Hello everybody, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome one and all. First of all, let's say hello to some folksies in the live chat. Let me get this up and running. If you're brand new here, good evening to you. This is Beyond Authentic Health, where we are documenting our health, well-being and weight loss journeys. And beyond. I'm Lisa.
I'm Rufus.
And today's video is the Losers Club, where we are lifting ourselves, sharing experiences and reducing shame, all about weight loss, weight management, fitness, health in general, but mainly weight loss today. That's what today's topic is, isn't it, love? I've just realised you've still got your shorts on. Are you not going to be cold?
No.
Oh. So then everyone, let's say hello to some people in the chat. Good evening to Smofy. Hello, my darling. Good evening, Shen London. Christine Scott, good evening to you with a wave. Let's wave to Christine Scott. Wave to Christine. Beanfeast 57, good evening, everyone. Evening, Shell, my love. Karen, CCS 67, good evening to you. Emma, A up, everyone. S Brown, Susie, good evening, all. So everyone's coming in and sharing where they are coming in from. You may have noticed in the live chat today, we are trying something a little bit new with the Tuesday. We have a poll in the live chat. So if you would like to vote on what we cook this coming Tuesday for Tuesday, there are the two options, which are, oh, will it let me, oh, I can't even see that on my own screen. Oh well, we've got curried rice, curried salmon rice, and something else.
Because we all love a bit of curry.
Yeah, and the other one is a tofu, edamame and tofu. Yeah. Hopefully you can see that. It's only given me, I can only see the curried salmon rice option. So I don't know how that's going to work. No, it should be okay. It should be okay. Yeah, it should be okay. I don't know how to view the... I can't view it. How are you supposed to view it?
Let me have a look. I'll have a look on mine.
Oh, I've got it. I've clicked on it. There we go. Right. Okay. Yes. So it's running 60-40 for the curried salmon rice so far. Either way, Rufus is going to cook it. Good evening, Denise Lowe. Good evening to Anne-Marie Pollitt. Good evening to all of you coming in. Yeah, we've just done it this way for today, partly because I didn't put the post up, but also partly because it might be easier to do it this way, and then you'll get to vote on the live. Yeah. We have picked the ones for next week on the channel. But yeah, that's just what we thought we'd do, wasn't it, today? So then, good evening to all of you coming in.
I do like that book, though.
The 15-minute Wonder book. 15-minute Heroes book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good book. It is actually a really good book. We haven't chosen that for today, though, have we?
No.
We've got other things for today. Let me go... Every which way. I need to get a thing so I can put these boards on, because it's too... Right there, it's right where I need it to be. Yeah. Anyway, not that anyone else needs to know about me and the tech issues. Rufus.
Yeah.
Do you want to let everybody know what you have been doing
today,
just now, earlier today, and how it came about, what the setup was? Because you had to order something and then you were doing something today.
I don't know. I say if anybody has bought before, they're American, they're Jello boxes. I don't know, it's just like a...
Jello.
You can either get the regular jelly, still under the same name, but it's you can get ones that are a bit like blancmange or like mousses or whatever. You can make up just the powder version. You put your own milk in it, but instead of doing that, because I think per whole box is like 80 calories, so per serving 20 calories each. And it's obviously four servings out of each box, and basically all I've done is I've put that with some cottage cheese and some oat milk, and I blended it all up and made a mousse. So made a high protein mousse out of it, and each one I think we worked out with the amount of oat milk that went into it. I think works out to 2.5, I think, if we said worked out about to 2.5 swips per pot.
I think so, yeah.
Per pot. So if anybody wants to see that recipe, like I say, we can do that.
We can always film it for
We
you
can.
at some point. Let us know if that is something that you are wanting. We can certainly
You
add
had a
that in.
tiny sample of whatever was left in the jug, and what did you think?
Tastes all right. Tastes like butterscotch. Tastes a little bit like instant whip. For
But
those
it's-
of you of a certain
but what's
age,
the ones,
butterscotch instant whip.
What's the ones you get in the shop?
Instant whip.
What's it called? I can't remember.
Instant whip.
It's not called instant whip. I know that's obviously what they are, because it basically you make it up and it will set in 5
instant
minutes.
whip. Instant whip. Cool whip. Cool whip. Instant whip.
If it was American, it would be called whip.
Cool whip. Or instant whip.
Yeah, no.
Angel Delight! Karen, thank you.
That one.
Angel Delight, yes.
But
Instant whip.
here, they've got a ton of sugar in. The ones in America are, I believe, sugar-free.
What, the cool whip?
Yes,
Cool
those
whip.
ones, yes. You can get the sugar-free version in America.
Everyone's saying, look at that.
So-
Smofy, Janet,
Yeah.
Bean Feast, 57.
So, yeah, so you get the
Angel Delight, Angel Delight, Angel
yeah,
Delight.
the sugar-free version in
Instant
America.
whip.
Here, it's got a ton of sugar in it.
Do you know why I'm saying instant whip?
Because that's what they call it.
Instant whip. Cool whip. Cool whip. No, it's a thing. Karen voted for the salmon. Angela Brown, good evening to you, my darling. Lisa Temlet, evening to you.
A bit of curry salmon.
Team Green here voted for the tofu. Go veggies. We quite like tofu, don't we?
We do.
We've now got the silken tofu out of the cupboard, so I can actually at some point very soon, hopefully, make the bloomin' doodah.
What you
thing.
mean? That's right. I ended up going into one cupboard. I thought I'll reorganise the cupboard like you do in the kitchen, and started going through the cupboards. And before I realised it, one cupboard was open. I took the things out. Then I went in the next cupboard and I took the stuff out. And then I went down the other end of the kitchen because I was then looking for something else, and I moved stuff out of cupboards. So
Good
that I
evening,
could-
Luke John.
And before I realised it, all of the cupboards were open.
Yeah, you went through everything.
And so I spent over half a day in
Just
the
sorting
kitchen
out the
sorting the
cupboards.
cupboards.
And getting stressed with yourself.
And wondering why I took everything out of one cupboard to then go, oh, now I need to go in this cupboard.
And then you're like, oh,
But I've got nowhere to put this stuff because I've already just taken all of this stuff out.
yeah. So we had every single surface in the entire kitchen covered in everything from the cupboards.
And then Lisa says, why are you doing that? I didn't know that you planned to do that today. I went, I didn't. I just went looking in the cupboard. I thought, oh, let me just reorganise that. Just change it around, make sure I check everything in it in case there's things in there that we're not going to use or whatever, because we can often find a new home for them as such online.
Hang
People
on.
like long life stuff.
Luke John says, tofu, celery and edamame rice. What? Don't tell me I've done it again.
Have you?
I don't know. No, he's winding me up. Thank God for that. I was going to say, I could just about deal with it
could you
in a
imagine?
jambalaya, but having it raw in a blooming
Could you
rice bowl,
imagine if it had been extra in there for you?
adding it in.
Oh.
You'll be ringing Slimming World head office and saying, do you know what you're missing out of all your
I
recipes?
think what he's
Celery.
saying is he doesn't want the other bit of the celery to go to waste, and he thought that, you know, you wouldn't want to waste it, so you should eat it.
Possibly, yeah, possibly. Lisa, hello, Stewie. Love Stewie from Family Guy. Yes, Stewie from Family Guy. Cool whip.
Oh.
Cool whip. Why are you saying it like that? Say cool, cool. Say whip, whip. Say cool whip, cool whip,
Yes.
cool whip.
So we'll be
Cool whip.
having some of that.
Yes. Julie Flynn, hi my darling. Lisa Temlet, you've never tried tofu. What does it taste like? It tastes like nothing.
Yeah, you've got to flavour it, so
Yeah.
people put
Oops.
either some spice on it, well seasoned. Like I say, you can get the smoked variety as well, so you can get smoked tofu as well.
Yeah, it hasn't really got its own flavour, but it does take on the flavour of whatever
you're
food you cook
cooking,
with it.
yeah.
Doesn't it? It's really
Yeah.
quite. It's quite nice though.
Yeah.
It's a good
Like I say, we put it in stir fry sometimes, do we? Dice it all up and then cook that, put some spice on it, and then put it on top of the stir fry that we've just done.
Yeah, Luke John says, waste not, want not for the celery. No,
I know, right?
If you want, Luke John, we can absolutely post it to you. I don't mind. We can put it in one of those cool boxes, cool whip boxes, and post it out to you if you want.
You won't get like in a Cool Whip box.
No.
No.
That's very true.
No, you wouldn't.
That's very true. So then, how was this week, Rufus, in general and in terms of what we have done in general?
I have learnt a lot this week.
Have you?
Yes, I have. Only today.
I've learnt a lot about YouTube live optimization, stream optimization of live streaming.
Yeah.
I've learnt never ask a question. No, I'm not even going to slag her off. She was doing a very good job, even though she didn't understand what we were saying.
Well,
but it was fine.
That's part of her job.
It was something. Well, no, she was a volunteer, I think.
Is she?
I think she was just she got dumped in at lastminute.com or something.
Oh.
Anyway, the curried salmon rice is now at 65%. Make sure you are voting if you would like to choose that for the choosy. Hattie, you don't do that because it is copyright music or something like that. So yes, what have I done this week? What have I done this week, Rufus? I have not done many Legos.
Oh no,
not yet. I've been trying to organise the Legos I've got into some of the new pots that we bought. I need to buy more organised, more of those pots. Yeah, I need to buy more of those.
They're all right, aren't they? They are.
Yeah, they are. The ones we got in Home Bargains.
You've got like
are really good.
The amount of is it little minifigures, and I think you've filled up one whole pot of those where you get 2 levels in.
One level's full.
One level full of little people.
It will be full when I put all the body parts in, the minifigure parts.
So they're not whole parts, they're not whole people, they're just in pieces.
No, they're all people so far, but the parts, when I put those in the tub as well, then I can start
because you had the full people and then you had the half peoples.
Yeah. And then I've got all the costumes to sort out as well for a costume shop that I need to build. But yes, that's all coming soon to Beyond Authentic Bricks. There is a thingy on there now. There's a couple of videos on there. There will be more, so... tofu takes on whatever flavour you add to it. For a lot of people, it's a texture thing. Yeah. I quite like it if it's fried. I quite like it when it's baked.
Some people put is it some cornstarch on it, don't they, to crisp it up? Obviously, but there would be swips in that.
I was wondering who told us about the potatoes. Was it Shell about the aquafaba on the potatoes?
Yes. Yeah.
Shell, can you do that with tofu? Could you soak your tofu or put a little bit of the aquafaba on it?
Maybe. And
then a bit of your spice and then put that in the oven? Because that sounds quite nice. Yeah.
Possibly.
That.
Possibly.
Oh, God. You have a fridge full of celery. You eat it raw, straight from the fridge and with hummus. Delicious. Absolutely lovely. I can't imagine anything nicer. You can use 2 sticks of celery as chopsticks, Shell. Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Make some good use out of them. If you don't want to eat it, you can just... I suppose you would just lick it, I guess, once you've...
No, thank you. You dislike going on hikes and ending up with a Ouija. I don't know. First time you tried tofu, you thought it came ready cooked. So you ate it as it was and not a fan. Since realising it needs cooking, you quite like it. Yeah, that's very true. That is very, very true, Emma. Don't try and eat your tofu raw. It hasn't got an awful lot of flavour.
It's just blended beans, is it? And then just compressed and turned into a block.
Yeah, it's just like a block. It's a bit like, what's that other thing? The yellow thing, pimenta.
Yeah.
If you've ever had pimenta, it's a bit like that.
Polenta.
Again, polenta, that's what I said, wasn't it?
Polenta,
you know what I mean. But yeah, that one. It works well with tofu too. Aquafaba and tofu are great combined for scrambled eggs. I can see that because we've done scrambled tofu in the past, haven't we?
Because you can get the scrambled tofu, or if you just crumble normal tofu, then I guess you can. and then put it with the.
If you add the aquafaba in, which is
and
the,
just-
if you don't know what aquafaba is, I used to call it something else, alafama or something.
Is it like it's like a bit like a thickening type?
Yeah, it's the liquid from a tin or a jar of chickpeas.
Yeah.
That is the aquafaba. It's a really good thickening agent.
So you can you use that instead of eggs? Is that right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Cooking?
For those of you that are vegan or use aquafaba, let us know in the comments, what do you use it for? Also, I've just realised this is on Top Chat, not Live Chat. I did put it on Live Chat. I wonder why that's done that.
But yeah, you can make chocolate mousse with it as well.
You can do. You absolutely can do. Yes. Oh, look, there you go. Thank you very much for that, Luke. Where's the? I don't think I missed any comments there, but the salmon is now running at 70%. I thought, but
we like salmon.
I like edamame and I like salmon, but and I like tofu. I was going for the salmon. No, mine's the tofu one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, enough about all of that. Let's have a look at the food that we've had this week, Rufus. So then, if I grab the WhatsApp up, generally speaking, come on, WhatsApp. Why are you?
Come on, what's up?
You're messing up, WhatsApp. Mess him up. Everything's loading. Come on, what is going on with WhatsApp today? You're very slow. There we go. Right then, so let me bring that on screen.
I did like that. We're having it again today.
Yes. Let me just want to. I'll hang on. I'm trying to get the picture on screen. There we go, and there we go. Right then, so I'm sure it's easier when you've got. There we go. Right, there we are. Yeah. So this is what we have for tonight for our supper stroke pudding, and it's also what we had, funnily enough, last night, which was a different one. We've got one in the air fryer right now, haven't we? So it looks a little bit weird on the plate there, but it is a baked apple, a cooking apple that is baked. So how do you do it? What's the brown dark stuff on top?
Basically, if you got a baked apple, you take the core out. At that point, I'll weigh it. So you have to have, I think, about 220. If you have 225 grams, that and 1 tablespoon of mincemeat. So you basically pop your mincemeat inside, obviously where you've taken the core out, and pop it in the air fryer. I think on 160 for. I think it says like 35 minutes or something like that. But because it was because of the baked apples that we used, it was.
Thank you, baked potato.
It was, I think, an extra 1.5 swips, because ours came to 325 grams.
Yeah.
And you said the extra 100 grams was like, for a cooking apple, is 1.5 swips. So it was a healthy extra plus 1.5 swips, and that's what we had last night. And then just put a little dusting of cinnamon on the top.
It was absolutely delicious.
But if you do
100% recommend.
bigger bacon apples,
baked potatoes. Yeah,
I know, right? My brain keeps telling me that. The bigger ones do take about. I put them in for about 50 minutes. So all in all.
Yeah. We also had this week, I don't know why it does this. Sometimes I take the photos the exact same way. They're always done.
Sometimes
landscape. And sometimes they go like this and sometimes they don't. It's completely bonkers. Here we have jacket potato with a Moroccan, what's it called?
Beetroot burger and
Moroccan falafel burger.
Yeah.
And a beetroot burger from Lidl with some, I can't see what that is, Rufus.
It was the
cauliflower.
Mash. It was the carrot and swede mash.
It was with cauliflower, parsnip, and carrot and swede mash. I can see it now. If I zoom in a bit closer on the photos there, like that, you can see it a little bit clearer. So that was that one that we had. Then that was nice. It was 3 swips for that meal in total.
Jambalaya we had yesterday, which was very nice.
Yeah, we haven't got a photo of that because we made it on the stream, but that was yesterday's meal, the jambalaya.
It was very nice.
It was okay. I could definitely taste the celery after a little bit. It had a celery aftertaste.
Taste the rainbow. Eat the rainbow.
No, taste the celery. Hate the celery. Wasn't great. We had a roast chicken. So some roast chicken there. We've got potatoes just here that you can't quite... No, it wasn't. It was a...
baked potato.
Sweet potato.
It was...
no, it wasn't. A normal baked potato.
Sainsbury's beetroot salad, which for the whole pot, for 300-gram pot, I think was 2 swips, so we had half of it each.
Yeah, and then we've got some frozen mixed veggies and some carrot batons, just because it was easy. And I think there's actually some parsnip there as well, because we still had some parsnips. So again, that whole meal was... Did you say how many swips was the beetroot salad?
1 swip each we had on our plates.
Itchy nose.
Yeah.
This was the other day of the chicken. So this is the chicken leg, and we've got the little falafel balls.
Yeah.
They were nice. They were... Was it 2.5 swips for the packet?
2.5 swips, and I think you get 8 in a pack.
You get 8 in a pack.
4 each.
So we had 4 each. There is another one missing from that plate.
It's hiding.
We've got some mushy peas, some sprouts, parsnips, carrot batons, cauliflower there, and some spinach. And so with that, it would be 1 1/4 for the falafel and 3/4 for the Mayflower gravy there.
Yeah.
And I've worked out 25 grams of the Mayflower gravy. It says, ow.
Do you do that and then you put the tiny little bit of bovril in it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It says to make it using 50 grams as made up.
Yeah.
But I use 25 grams and then a little bit of bovril, like half a teaspoon of bovril in it to just give it a bit of added flavour. And then the water. Now, the bovril isn't vegan, but the actual Mayflower gravy is vegan, believe it or not. Or at least it's vegetarian.
Yeah.
I think it might be vegan. Which I thought it was like a chicken thing. I didn't realise that it was a meat-free option.
Yeah.
And then we've also had... This was another day
we had
with
salad. Loads of beetroot in the salad, yeah.
Huge salad made up with a beetroot. This is just... the diced beetroot, wasn't it?
Yeah, you did,
yeah.
I think, yeah.
With just beetroot from a packet that I diced up with...
You put all your salad in a pot.
Yeah, but Rufus, this is when you started doing the salt and pepper chips.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
You do
really lovely salt and pepper chips.
Chop all your salad up, put it in a pot, in a container or a bowl with a lid on, and then you add your beetroot to it, and then you shake it all up. And then you put it on.
And it's a bit of body magic. Yeah. And when we say shake it, you literally go, shake it, shake it, shake it. Come on, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake your groove thing. Shake your groove thing.
Shake your beetroot.
Yeah. And we had it with, as always, a beetroot burger and a Moroccan burger there for 3 swips. And then there's a big dollop of sauerkraut right there. Because it's incredibly good for your gut health. Really, really good for you is sauerkraut. Make sure you get the one that is... doesn't contain vinegar. If it contains white wine or even red wine, then you're good to go. But if it contains vinegar, it kills off all the good bacteria, which is the thing you want. So try and get the live one if you can.
That's why
just
the one
check
we had
the
in
ingredients.
The kitchen's got wine.
It has. Luke John says you can use the liquid in the tofu too to create aqua soya that foams. Oh, that sounds interesting. Baked apple with cinnamon, nutmeg, and a smidge of Tate and Lyle is delicious. We don't use the Tate and Lyle, but the cinnamon nutmeg is lovely. And you put the mincemeat with it, don't you? A spoon of mincemeat, which is part of your healthy extra.
That's it.
You can rotate and crop the photos in your camera roll on your phone. I know, but I never do it in advance because I forget. Can you cook the baked apple in the oven? You absolutely can. Yeah, just wrap it in a bit of tin foil.
I put it in the air fryer, but like I say, if you've got a large baked apple, then I will make it all up and then wrap it in the foil, and that way it doesn't get overcooked on the top then.
Absolutely. Audrey Shaw says that, good evening, Audrey. You say that, Angela, you do yours in the oven, Audrey. Yep. How long do you do yours for? Because Angela's asking there, how long would you do it in the oven for?
Like I say, the baked apple that I use, which like I say was about 325 grams.
Huge!
They take about 50 minutes.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
But that's in
delicious,
the air fryer. So
really, really delicious.
160 for 50 minutes I put it in. But obviously if you've got a slightly smaller apple, like I say, you can use 2 regular size apples. Like I say, if you've got only your average size apples, you can use 2 of those as a healthy extra. And then obviously still 1 tablespoon of the mincemeat between them.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, you can.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
In the chat? Luke John's put in the chat, hashtag embrace the celery. You can go off people, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You really can. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Embrace the celery.
You could juice it. You get loads of good things out of juice celery.
You can have as much juice celery as you would like, my darling. Fill your boots. I'm not going to stop you. In fact, I encourage you to have it. Let's waste not, want not, as Luke John says. You go for it.
I'll have
you
some
have
with my hummus
all the
later.
celery you want. Yeah, you can have it with your hummus.
Yeah, I'll have some with my hummus later.
That'll be delicious, love.
It'll be
You
lovely.
have that, and I'll have anything else in the fridge. Anything else
Just save me some
except
mince.
the celery.
Yeah.
You can have all of the celery. Janet, hi Lisa and Rufus just got in. Hello to you, Janet, my love. How are you? Code Deb, you made filet mignon. Filet mignon. Filet mignon. Filet
Yeah.
mignon. You made a filet mignon. Pretty sure it was on plan. There was no fat on it. It will be then. With plain asparagus. Oh, I love asparagus. And some potato wedges sprayed with olive oil spray. That sounds amazing. And
A mignon.
here we go. Yeah, a filet mignon and Herbes de Provence. Herbe de Provence. Herbes de Provence on the potatoes. Sounds good.
That sounds naughty.
It sounds really nice actually. Audrey says to
Can we have it
Angela,
on plan now?
I don't know. You usually leave your apple in the oven for too long, 45 minutes. Yep. Anne-Marie says, is skinny latte okay when on Mounjaro pen? You can eat anything on the Mounjaro pen. The idea is that you obviously sort of watch what you're eating. I would say it to complete with lattes and things, it completely depends because there's a lot of stuff added into it, isn't there?
Yeah.
And sometimes what you'll find if you're getting it in a coffee shop, we would always advise from our perspective, we've made all the swaps over to what is it we have in Costa?
Americano.
So you have Americano with skimmed
you-
and I have an Americano with
Like
oats.
most things, if you have latte, usually that means not skinny milk or...
Well, no, if you get a skinny latte, they can make
Yeah,
it maybe with
but-
skim milk.
But it is, a latte will be all milk, so
Mm-hmm.
it's probably quite a bit of your allowance, but...
Well, if
Or you
Anne-Marie's
can
on...
swip it.
But if Anne-Marie's just on the pen and she isn't doing a Slimming World or calorie counting...
Yeah, people tend to say to not have as much high-fat things because sometimes that can upset you, but skinny milk and that should be fine.
But just watch your amounts.
Yeah.
If you're going to have that, maybe the rest of the day have... what's it called? Have Americanos or instant coffee. Just because what you don't want to do is have the pen, which is great. You're obviously paying a lot of money for it. And then take that and then accidentally over intake calories on your drinks.
Oh, you can do, can't you?
Jane Day's son, the Empress, we genuflect. Jane Day's son Joe always talks about don't drink your calories.
Yeah.
You want to eat your calories.
Eat calories,
And that's the thing. When you're on Mounjaro or any weight loss plan, be really extra careful as to what's in your drinks because there's hidden everything in them. You might think,
always, isn't there?
oh, I'll have a skinny cappuccino. Oh, what was it that got me a couple of years back? I was having iced... Was it the iced coffee that was frothy and they were putting in a powder into it? Do you remember? And it was like...
they were, yeah.
I can't remember what the powder was, but it worked out. It was really, really, really high in
They don't always tell
calories
you, do
or
they?
sugar or whatever it was. Yeah. And it was like... I wasn't having a frappuccino, but it was like a frappuccino because we don't go to Starbucks. And I was completely oblivious, thinking it was just an iced coffee with a bit of thickener. No.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was tons and tons and tons
That's
and tons
That's it.
of extra stuff. So yeah, just
be
be careful with that.
mindful, is it?
Yeah, be very mindful. Smurfy, you discovered fennel this week. It appeared in your odd box. Oh my goodness, aniseed balls on my dinner. What's not to love? I tend not to go for balls on my dinner. I don't really like balls on my plate. I like fennel, but I like it if you cook it as like a pudding. So it's like because otherwise it's I don't know about aniseed with savoury. I have had fennel like into a pudding thing. which is all right because I do quite like the taste of aniseed, but I'm not sure about it on top of dinner. Not sure about that at all. Go off, people, quicker than celery can go off. I know, right? Luke John can have a bouquet of celery. He can. A bouquet of celery. Not, I would prefer that when I was in when I win in group than a plastic tiara. I know, right? That would be good. To paraphrase the Water Boys, celery is the devil. Mama, celery is the devil. Yeah. Celery and sweet corn soup sounds bloody awful, to be honest. Sounds like nothing that I would enjoy. I like the sweet corn though.
Yeah.
Although I've got to say, in the jambalaya, I didn't mind it too much.
Yeah.
Mind you, there was an awful lot of Cajun spice.
I couldn't tell it was
and
in
smoked
there.
paprika. I could. There was an aftertaste of it. After you finish eating, if you burp, which I did, wasn't pleasant. Wasn't pleasant. Oh, Janet doesn't like sweet corn either. So that's the ideal dinner for Janet then. Janet, every meal, prepare a celery and sweet corn soup for every single dinner. You'll lose so much weight because you'll never eat anything. Yeah, don't do that. This is not medical advice. That's not good advice. You've got to eat regular meals, but maybe not if there's celery and sweet corn in them. Maybe have something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not to do that. But yeah, that's what we've had this week. We've had lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of super on-plan meals.
Yeah. It's been very nice. I enjoyed all of it.
I know. We did have a couple of Weetabix cakes this week, but less than last week.
Well, we'd been having half portions anyway.
Yeah.
Such half of the Weetabix each.
Yeah, but still less than last week. Yeah. It's been good. Your chickpeas are in salt water. Is that aquafab? And can you blend that together to make hummus? So you can do. So what you want to do with your chickpeas is drain most of the liquid out, but keep the liquid. So have it so that if it's a jar or whether it's a tin, tip most of it into a mug or a cup or a bowl or a jug or something.
Yeah.
But have a little tiny bit left in with the chickpeas, and then you put that into your jug. And then you blend. I added tahini in mine yesterday.
But how do you do
peppers.
that? You go blendy, 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 blendy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So I had tahini for my healthy extra fat. I had roasted red peppers and some smoked paprika with a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, salt and pepper. Absolutely amazing hummus. Absolutely delicious. Whereas you prefer a more simple garlic and onion one, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a garlic and onion dip, but with chickpeas.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it like that.
And then all it is just blended.
Blendy, 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 blendy.
Please teach Debbie how to say falafel.
Falafel?
Falafel. I just did. Yeah, falafel. 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 People say things very differently all the way round. I know, right? Moral of the story, don't burp. I know. You didn't think it maybe shouldn't be used as a vegetable. You enjoyed it anyway. You can do.
But also, if you are on injections, also don't burp.
Oh, sulfur burp. You've been getting that, haven't you? Yes. Ed's here. Hello all, says Ed. How are we all doing this evening? We're doing all right, actually, Ed. I still can't see from my eyeball properly. We're now getting, it's now, it's not quite 2 weeks, is it?
No.
Till the surgery, till the next appointment. Probably going to need surgery on it. It keeps it.
What's it been like today?
Today, as I'm looking at you now, I can't see. I've got a little bit of vision round here.
I was thinking then, I thought you weren't looking at me then, so how?
With this eye. Everything, I can't see anything. I can see my finger there.
Yeah.
And there, so this whole
you said some days have been very blurred, haven't they? And what about today? Is it any better?
No, this is very blurred, and I've actually got a huge blobby thing floating. So there's a huge, it's like a liquid blob. No other word for it. That is kind of
shading.
As I move my eyes, it's here. Some days there's also, as I look, there's also a little bit of like. I guess it's the blood in the veins that is here that I can see in like almost like a lightning type pattern as I look just down here.
But your eye, like I say, there's still a tiny bit of redness just on the inside of the eye, but the actual eye itself looks
You
pretty
can't
clear.
see it, I know, because it's right on the pupil.
Yeah.
So yeah, apart from that, I'm doing all right. I think I'm kind of almost getting myself resigned to the fact that I probably will need to have surgery on it. It doesn't seem to be getting much better. In fact, this morning when I woke up, the blobby blit was huge, really, really, really big. And I was like, oh, is this what I need to ring them?
Does it change during the day though?
It can do, yeah.
Just sort of.
It changes overnight. It changes because I guess it's still an active.
But I'm saying one day you
got
up or you woke up and you were like, oh, my eye's a bit clearer.
Yeah, for one day this week, I was like, I opened my eyes and I was like,
oh,
Rufus, I can see you clearly with this eye. I shut this one and I'm like, I can see you really clear. And then as the day went on, or as the next hour went on, it was like, I think, it sounds really weird, because it's bleeding in the jelly of your eye, and that jelly is obviously, I don't think it's, well, I don't know whether it's fixed or not. I don't think it is. But as I move, it's almost like it fell into place. You know how sometimes, for those of you that are like us, a little bit older, in your 40s, 50s, 30s, somewhere in that range, I know, right? I'm not going to say which one we're in, 60s, whatever. In those ranges, sometimes in the morning, it takes your face a while to fall back into place when you've been lying down. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like that.
Really? What?
Yeah.
What, your face is that relaxed? It's just asleep still?
No, it just hasn't quite fallen into place. Right. When you get up, when you get up in the middle of the night for a wee, the first thing you do, take a picture of your face.
Does it mean that you have to have resting bitch face, like, while you're still sleeping, and then you wake up and your face isn't awake yet, and you're like...
Something like that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. In the middle of the night, when you get up for a wee tonight, take a photo of what your face looks like. Just take a selfie and then have a look at it.
You're asleep.
Because you get up for a wee. You don't pee in the sleep.
How am I going to remember that?
Put a post-it note on your forehead.
Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Make sure I write it back to front so I can see it in the mirror. And that's if I look in the mirror. What if I don't look in the mirror? Then I won't even remember.
That's very true. Well, you have to look in the mirror. Anyway, right. So mounjaro was the great debating group last week, along with avocado. People don't seem too impressed. I think Slimming World may have upset the long-term members. What aren't they impressed with, my darling? Why have I got these baggers?
People are leaving.
Can you just shove that down there to that side? Because I keep trying to...
People tend to be not happy and not staying to group, and then also going online. A lot of people
I've seen a few people doing that, yeah.
So, yeah.
I know, I don't know whether people aren't liking the avocado.
You either like it or you don't like it. I don't like it, even though I don't eat it.
No, it's not that. I think it's the fact that avocado was banned for so long that they've then gone...
It's just been very high in the SWIPs or
which
whatever.
It is.
So
very
that's
high.
why
it's high in fat.
People would go, oh, it's a lot of SWIPs to use up.
It is.
And I think if you have the mindset of like, well, I will make most of my meals SWIP free and have them as free food and speed food only, and then save all of your other SWIPs up for treats and other things, and you're not using them as part of the meals, I think that's where, then you probably wouldn't want to eat avocado because you want to have other things. But if you don't mind, having, I don't know, is it 8-9 SWIPs or whatever it is for your avocado before, obviously, these new changes come in for your healthy fats, then people probably...
But the biggest change is that it is healthy fat.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Not all fat is the same, and it's processed in the body very differently. Yeah.
But our old consultant, she used to, I think, use her SINs, SWIPs at the time or whatever. But she used to use those, didn't she, as one of her things that she used to like.
Yes, but Slimming World, for years, fat has been the enemy.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, they're embracing healthy fats.
Yeah.
And there is a huge medical reason for it, because we need healthy fats in our diet. There's, it's something that our body uses in a particular way. So, yeah. So yeah,
It
anyway.
could be partly, you know, as well, that for such a long time people being on plan and going, oh, I've either eaten too much fibre or not enough fibre and I'm not pooping. Maybe that's what the avocado's good for.
Can help with that, to be honest. It
It's kind
can.
of like help lubricate your body.
Ed nearly had pheasant for tea, and he pup missed one by a couple of feet on this afternoon on his walk.
Wow.
Luke John, oh, here we go. Group has decreased. The big divide is the natural or unnatural, and why, if people have been trying to lose weight for a long time, should they listen to people on injections? It's difficult. I think if you're following the Slimming World plan, then it's almost like the people that have had gastric bands or bypasses or things like that in the past. If you are following the Slimming World plan, then you're following the Slimming World plan.
Yeah.
And if a tool is going to help you not eat on top of the plan, then kind of that's all it does.
What
Do you know
about
what I mean?
someone who, you know, wants to have a healthy lifestyle, a good balance of everything, but yet that person's gone and had a bypass or a gastric band or something? They're all tools that we use. So at the end of the day, if that and eating really healthy and being on Slimming World works really well for them, and it's sort of teaching them, you know, to have the right amounts of the right foods to make them healthy and live a long time, then that's great. But it's still only a tool. It doesn't stop you picking the food up and putting it in your mouth.
No.
You know, that having a gastric band or whatever might make them sick if they eat too much. It's not going to stop them putting the food in their mouth when they're trying to eat it.
Yeah, exactly. Why should they listen to people on injections who don't follow the plan and still come in with a loss? This is the thing. If you're doing Slimming World, you have to do the Slimming World plan. There's no point doing Slimming World and then counting all your calories and looking at all your macros and because that isn't Slimming World. There's no point doing Slimming World and then not weighing and measuring your healthy extras or not weighing and measuring your SWIPs. That isn't doing Slimming World. That is doing something else, which isn't. You might have your main meals on plan, but if then everything you snack is off plan, then you're not doing Slimming World. And I think that's, for me, is one of the key things. Like, if you're on the Slimming World plan and you are following the plan and you're having 5 to 15/10, whatever it is, healthy, SWIPs, plus your healthy extras. Again, if you're over a certain weight, you get more. If you're a bloke, you get more. If you're doing all of that and you are food optimizing 100%, then you're following the plan. Yeah. Does that guarantee you're going to lose weight? No. Huh. Look at me over the past year. Yes, okay, over the year, I've done, what? Did we work out 5 stone or something last year? Yeah. Really, really, really amazing when you look at it like that. But week by week, I'm all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. Yeah. Just look at last week, losing 6 pounds randomly,
and, as you know,
for no reason.
And also the people that, you know, do go on to injections, they are told that if you don't have a healthy lifestyle and eat healthy, long term, obviously that...
Oh, you're just getting it all back.
Long term, you're paying to correct your eating habits and things like that. You know, and obviously to lose weight in the process. But if you're not, you know, going for lots of fruits and veggies and, you know, protein and not too much high fat stuff, then... You know, that's what they want, because eventually, for a lot of people, you're not going to stay on, or they don't want to pay for injections forever because it'd be really expensive.
Yeah, but I think for a lot of people out there, they seem to think that Mounjaro or
just
what's the other one, Ozempic, Wegovy,
get you eating less. It means that you can still lose weight, but it doesn't mean you're going to be healthy.
No, they also think it's something that is a magic bullet,
a quick fix,
and you're going to take an injection and then never feel hungry, never overeat, never do anything else. And the thing is that isn't realistic either. No. It might help with that, certainly when you get to like 10, 15, I don't know what the high doses are, but when you get into those levels, it may help with that. But
it's just
it's all dependent on what you eat. And the Mounjaro doesn't take away calories. It doesn't burn off extra calories. All the mounjaro actually does is make you feel fuller for longer and reduce a little bit of the food noise.
And often as well, in the process of doing all of that and dropping your weight, you will lose muscle as well.
Yeah, but
unless
that's all
you're
it does.
going to the gym or doing some form of exercises.
Yeah.
Otherwise you will drop muscle.
It doesn't mean you can eat a Black Forest Gatto and drink 20 pints of lager and lose weight. That's never going to happen, no matter what injection you do. If you've got a gastric band or a bypass and you slowly over the course of the day eat 7,000 calories, 20,000 calories, you're going to gain weight because you can do that. A friend of mine did that, had a gastric bypass, tiny wee stomach, and stretched it because he was eating very high calorific foods, and not all day, but pretty much when he wasn't sat on the loo, he was eating the whole day, grazing all day with very high calorie foods. Like high sugar chocolate, high fat, whatever foods, because that's what he enjoyed. And he thought the the bypass, stomach bit where they get rid of your stomach, that bypass one. He thought that would, he wouldn't be able to gain weight. Yeah. That's what he thought. Oh, I've had that done. Can't gain weight. I can eat what I want.
Like 10% of your stomach or something. They
you
take
are
the rest of it away
until you overeat on a regular basis, and you stretch it out.
Yeah, and usually, like I say, for the first, I think 2 years, you've got like a good head start on like any type of weight loss. To obviously, it just restricts how much you can eat.
But after that, its benefit wears down.
You do. Like I say, after a couple of years or so, things will slow down. Your losses will probably slow down. So you do have to. It's kind of like you can do all of these things, but you've still got to change how you think about food and do things slightly different moving forward. Otherwise, you'll just keep going round and round in circles.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, I've missed one. Neil, good evening, Neil. Good evening, everyone. Heard the tofu talk while I was cooking. A red Thai tofu with a red Thai curry with tofu in. A red Thai tofu with tofu in.
Yes.
With added tofu.
That sounds nice.
Tofu's really nice in Thai food as it holds a lot of spice. It does. It's really nice in Indian food as well. Curries and things. Oh, it's nice. Janet, you've got a new consultant for the last 2 weeks. Without saying any more, it was like being in school. No fun was involved.
No.
It's all about the consultants, isn't it?
It is.
I'm listening at the moment to Margaret's audiobook. Margaret Miles Bramwell, the founder of Slimming World. And we've got up to the bit where she's just bought the company back and she's basically transforming it from J&M diet or whatever it's called to J&M Slimming to Slimming World. We're getting to that bit now, and she's talking about recruiting consultants and how important the right people are and all of that. So yeah, I do think it's all about the people, because the reason that we stayed at Slimming World and had such a good result for the first 6 months was because our previous consultant was genuinely amazing. She was so good. She's moved on within the organisation, and she's now like a big promotion-y person for something overseas. In Ireland or somewhere. She's doing amazing, really, 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 and she was a great consultant. Very compassionate, very understanding. And the consultant that we've just had is fairly new. And the plan, and regardless of whether or not she was given time, she joined the company just as the big changes happened.
It does make me wonder though, what when they send these people just for their training, of obviously what they can say, what they can't say, and what they do when they come in, sort of like, have their own groups and everything and take over, if someone leaves. But I think it's just, they don't know everything. Like I say, the thing with the app, if you go, oh, well, this isn't coming up on the app, I've scanned this food item, it's not coming up. How do I calculate how many swips, or if it's a free food or whatever it is, if I can't find it? And often they don't know how to do that. Just like lots of things. Eventually, after all this time, they would call people like consultants, and I'm like, they're not consultants. They're like a group leader. They're just someone.
They used to get called teachers.
Yeah, they're someone that facilitates a group, make sure it runs okay, make sure everyone gets weighed properly, and that the place is, empty at the end of the session. They put everything away and they go home.
Yeah.
They're a facilitator of a group. That's it. They're not consultants. They don't have like special qualifications and
they're trained on the plan.
That is it.
Yeah.
That is all they're trained on. Just that.
I will say that the bit I'm up to in the book, Margaret's just written her training plan for consultants, and is formalising that. It's very interesting. But yeah, I think it does depend, Janet, on who your consultant is. Yeah. And again, this is one of the things
you've
where
got to find a group that
if you've got groups around you, other groups, have a look at, try some of those other consultants, because it may well be you'll get one that's a better fit for you.
What was we told a long time ago? For any reason we couldn't get to our group, they're like, you can skip a week if you really want to. If you bought a countdown, it doesn't matter. You can just skip one if you can't make it. Mm-hmm. But always try and get to one, because you might find you get more information going to another one and good ideas going to a different group than if you can't get to the only one that you normally go to, isn't it?
Smurfy says you don't go to group, but online you've seen people complain, how can avocado suddenly be okay? Well, it was always okay. Some people would use their whole swips on a chocolate bar but wouldn't use 7 on an avocado. Exactly. And this is the thing. It's all about how the message is put across, and I think in terms of the changes, there wasn't a lot of explanation from Slimming World as to why these changes were made. And they have said, we've listened to nutritional advice and our nutritionists have said this and that and the other. There wasn't enough conversation. And again, this is something they need to learn for the next time there's a big change. Because there will be more times. The plan changes, it evolves.
But the thing is, though, we've evolved.
Yeah.
10 years, we used to use very little swip sins in our meals. And all of a sudden now, with how we think now, year 10 on plan, and
not year 10 on plan,
but pretty much
year 10
nearly,
of attempting to lose weight until 15 months ago, now 15 months on plan.
I'm saying, but now we would rather use some of our swips and stuff in our meals to make our meals a bit more exciting, and not snack on rubbish. Like I said, we've been doing a lot more protein foods. I snack on a lot more protein stuff, like say doing the butterscotch pudding I've done today, and things like that. So like we do the chickpeas, so we do our own hummus, high protein, and we do a lot more stuff, have a lot more stuff like that. So obviously there are more calories in that sort of stuff, so we don't have tons of it, but we eat a lot more protein.
But I think what Smurfy's saying here is that the online thing is, how is avocado suddenly okay? Because the messaging has gone out forever.
It's
You've got a
always
sin
been
in
that
avocado,
way,
and now it's a healthy extra fat. But
the thing is, everyone does it different though.
Yes, dear. But the
Jane
thing
does. Sorry.
The thing is, the important message is, avocado is something, or at least those healthy fats are something we should have been eating.
Yeah.
And what they didn't want to do, I imagine, my own opinion, conspiracy theory in my brain, my theory is, they didn't want to say, sorry everyone, we told you this was bad for so many years, and actually it's always been something you should be having, but we told you it was bad, so maybe oopsie on us. I think that's where the messaging should have been a bit more. Nutrition has changed, nutritional advice has changed, the nutritional space and health space now recognises we need to have those healthy fats to keep our bodies fully functioning, and actually this is why the plan has now evolved, and we're now including healthy fats, including your omega-3s and your avocado. If it had been explained more like that, and do you know what avocado really is good for? It's good for XYZ, and this is why those fats are important in your diet. That messaging would have been a lot easier to take than, oh, you can have it now. Oh, you don't have to swip it now. You can have it now. It's like, okay, why?
I said the thing is as well, like I said, you get Jane Day, who will do the plan and have, think you enjoy food more, some full fat items that she'll have, and that's great. But I think a very big percentage of people on plan just either go to the very low fat choice of most things. And I think it is just, like I say, whatever works for you at the end of the day. If you want to swip and, you know, have some full fat cottage cheese or cream cheese or whatever you want, you know.
Luke John says a lot of consultants don't see any other aid as part of the plan. I think the culture has been what it's been for so long that even consultants aren't on board with it. Us and them is alive. It really is. Again, it's down to the individual consultants, isn't it? Lisa Temlin says we are not in competition. We all want to lose weight. Surely it doesn't matter if we use tools that are available to reach our goals. Exactly. That's what we believe. And
I'm not on injections exactly just to lose weight. I'm on them to try and control and change the pattern I was doing with my snacking. So, you know, if my weight slowly goes down, but I'm not expecting that I want to lose like pounds every week, loads of pounds, and like lose the maximum I can lose every week. It's not about that. It's just to change the pattern I was doing with my eating. And I noticed over a period of time I just kept doing the same thing over and over, eating bags of crisps and, you know, oh well, I can have up to 10 swips a day or whatever, so I will, if I haven't used them in my meals or on that day, oh well, I've got extra, I can still use them. And I would use them whether I needed it or not.
Excuse me.
So that's the reason why I've gone on to injections, to try and stop the pattern I was doing.
Janet says you still have to work at it, like Rufus is. Exactly.
Yeah, you do.
Smokey says even if it was a magic bullet, I don't see a problem. If that's what works for someone, I'm happy for them. Exactly. Luke John, even if you take Mounjaro for diabetes, you cannot win anything, and others put you in that them group. You've got a very toxic group. It sounds very, very toxic.
I said a lot of consultants will, like, as soon as you turn around and say, oh, I'm on injections, they're like, oh, right, okay. Can you make sure, can you actually give it to me in writing?
The consultant said that to you, and yet with my diabetes, they put me on that.
Yeah, long time ago.
And to be fair, it wasn't until it first arrived, they said they put me on tirzepatide, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that was Mounjaro until the pen arrived.
No.
Emma, hang on, no, sorry, Luke John. Comments in group are very much on the level of schoolyard bitchiness. Oh my God. I would absolutely 100% not be at that group. 100%. That is, I just, nope, that would not be it for me. There's quite a few tools about, but they're short term and a possible quick fix. Healthy eating is definitely a long term way of life. It is, exactly. It is. How can Slimming World Academy produce so many consultants with different views on how the plan works? Some would never pass a personality test. They wouldn't at all. Okay, Anne-Marie's on the Mounjaro for diabetes from the doctor. That's, again, it does, it is a thing. Again, you've still got to really control what you're eating.
It's still the only thing that you've had, that you've been on, like I say, apart from all the other pills you've had, your levels were never right.
No, even when I completely stopped all sugar, my body was still converting everything else to sugar.
We were only on like the lowest sugar things, like a bit of watermelon or some type of melon mostly, and maybe a few berries on top, but that is literally it.
But even then, some days I would do a fasting blood sugar test, and it would be sky high.
Would it be like
16
or so, yeah.
Which is, for fasting, was ridiculous. Janet said you did try cracking the odd joke, but there was nothing. I'll keep going to see how it pans out. Wow. Do you sin your parsnips? No, parsnips are free food. Speed food.
Free food,
not speed food. Free food. We'd make good consultants. We wouldn't, because it would mean drinking the
Kool-Aid.
Slimming World Kool-Aid.
And it would mean, like, if they turn around and say, no, you can only say this to people, you can't say what you think to people, even if it's for health reasons. You can't say that. That's what you can only say these things.
Yeah.
You either do it because you're getting paid for it, or, you know, don't do that job.
And let's be honest, Christine, you've been on this channel long enough to know that we tend not to hold our tongue or mince our words too much. It's called Beyond Authentic for a reason. This is literally, we've spent most of our adult life struggling with being inauthentic. The time where we learn who we are and how we hold space in the world is when we started. Authenticity became the starting point on that, and it goes with everything that we do. I am not going to sit here and say, oh, well, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to do that and the other, and you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't get awards and you can't get bollocks to it. If Slimming World don't want someone to get recognition, then fine, don't give them recognition, but don't then expect those people to still be paying you every week.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I should have told them that I was on it long time ago. I said, then I wouldn't have been put up for all the awards, and I wouldn't have been come and stand up on the front and tell everybody, you know, how well you've done and what's got you to the weight loss you have now.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hang on. Sam Turner. They used to be called Leaders years ago. I followed Slimming World on and off for over 30 years, and I've had some great consultants along with some awful ones. Where I am in Margaret's book, she's talking to them as, she says they're called teachers. And they go to class, Slimming World class and teachers. But a few people have said that to us. Oh, the teacher said...
Can you
put
put,
wow,
can
you've been at Slimming World
if
for a
you
long
want
time.
extra help, can you put your hand up?
Rachel, you had a gastric bypass 7 years ago, and your weight, as the north and down, your weight went up and down, down. It's not a quick fix. No. It's a tool and it's hard work. It really is. They could have a board or booklet that explains protein, fibre, sugar, and how things are valued. Yeah. A little bit of education goes a long way. This is the thing, Luke John, though. It's not just about the education element of it. The thing that they are really bad at explaining is part of the Slimming World plan is more than just nutrition. It's about the psychological propensity to overeat that product. So there is that psychological approach. That I am 100% on board with. 100%. I think the psychology of the Slimming World plan is incredible. It's why it works so well for so many people, because if something is swipped, you're less likely to overeat it because you've only got a small allowance. Even if those swips are minuscule, what is it, half a swip for a Miller Lite or one swip for a Miller Lite?
Half a swip.
Half a swip. So you can still eat 30 Miller Lites a day. It's just that would take all your swips.
If you really want to.
If you really want to. You could do that.
But then I don't think that you'd lose an awful lot of weight.
Of course you won't. But the problem was people were eating 12 Miller Lites a day. It's
like if you have, like, I don't know, you know, the dried packs of savoury rice, the ones that you've got to cook in the pan, and they might be like 1 or 1.5 swips each. Imagine if you ate like so many of those, and each one's probably like, I don't know, 200 or nearly 300 calories or so each one or something, easily. Imagine if you could, how many of those you could eat, or how many mug shots you could have, or, you know.
Yeah, you absolutely can gain weight with a gastric bypass, Jenny. You're absolutely right.
It just it's like the lottery. It's like you've got to have the right amounts of everything, have you, to
absolutely
to get the best result.
Lisa, 18 years ago you were on the tablets that helped you stop smoking. You had a lot of negative comments about how trouble they were. 18 years on, still not smoking. Some things work for some and not for others.
Yeah,
exactly.
You've got to find what works for you.
Yeah, and this is it. Listen, if calorie counting works for you, go for it.
Yeah,
have a wonderful time. You go for it. If tracking your macros works for you, go for it. My type of brain, with my ADHD, I forget everything. I forget the swips in something, which is the most basic way of a weight management system. At least with the app and with everything else I've got, I can find that information really easily. I am not somebody who remembers what I ate 3 hours ago. No. Generally speaking, I know today I've had an apple because I really enjoyed those big apples. They Jazz. Oh, Jazz really apples. Nice apples. M&S, $2.25 for 4. Not the cheapest. However, it's our little way day treat, isn't it? We go M&S and get some M&S apples. And really, really nice. Jazz, really good. Really recommend. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. But, for me, I vaguely look at calories, just go, oh, that's interesting. I vaguely look at macros. I know that on my plate, generally speaking, I have a huge amount of vegetables which will contain most of the vitamins and minerals I need. That is very filling, has a lot of fibre in it for my bowel, for my system, it goes through, and also will have a lot of like beneficial stuff that comes with it, all of the lovely vitamin-y things, all of the superfood stuff, like when we have what's it called, blueberries or spinach, All of that's great. Yep, we have that in a big side of our plate. Then there will be a protein section, whether that's a meat protein or a plant-based protein. There's always a big chunk of protein. And then there's always a certain amount of carbs, because we, like Jane, we like our carbs. We like our potatoes, our sweet potato, our rice. I'm never going to come off that. And I know as long as my plate is laid out like that, that's in balance. For our supper, we have a fruit bowl that is 90% speed fruit. And then, so that is, it's not a third of our meal speed, it's 90% of our meal speed.
So we tend to go for a lot more like your watermelons and just berries and things like that, the lower sugar variety stuff normally.
So I don't track my macros or track my calories as a conscious thought. But because I am sticking to the Slimming World plan and following it, I believe, the way it's intended, which is, you know, I do use my SWIPs if I want to, if I want something else. I've trained myself not to go for chocolate, not to go for any of those high sugar items, because I know for my body reacts really badly to it. Diabetes. Do you know what I mean? Already got eyesight issues. Don't really want to have this as a permanent fixture. Thank you very much. Or worse.
But I said I wish they'd put you on injections long ago. Or
yeah, I do. But anyway. But you know. Also, I know that if I have sugar, I will go, oh, that was really nice. I really enjoyed those, that Freddo, right? You can have a Freddo if you want a Freddo. 5 SWIPs, is it? Something like that.
Yeah, 5
SWIPs. Delicious. My 5 SWIPs of Freddo. Oh, I love that. That was so nice. I know within an hour, I will be going, I want another one. I've got to get something else. Oh, I really want it now. Because that's the way my body works. And if you're following Slimming World and you're following it, you've also got to work the plan for what your body needs. And this is where, as long as you're following the plan, within the plan, there's lots of variations. So if you don't like avocado, don't eat avocado. If you don't want to risk constipation, maybe have only one fibre choice, not 3. Do you know what I mean? There's lots of varieties that within the Slimming World plan, we can sort of target it to ourselves. We can personalise that plan within the boundaries of it. Does that make sense? And I think for me, I wish Slimming World would make more information available as to how they come up with the SWIP amounts and why a third of your plate was speed food. Why is that? Oh, because speed food is calorific. No, but why? What is it we actually get? I know it's kind of dumbed down for everyone, if that makes sense, so that wherever you are, you can join the Slimming World plan, whatever age, whatever your experience, whether you're brand new to healthy eating or whether you've been, you know, you've come from the macro calorie counting worlds, whatever it is, when you join and you start on Slimming World, it's made so simple, which is great. I love that.
But they still also don't want to give everyone all the answers, otherwise you'd never need them.
No. But again, it is that thing of the added element of that psychological approach, which I think, again, is lost when people just go... And in Margaret's book, I'm at the point now where she's talking about the change from sins with an I to sins with a Y, and how it was called sins with an I, tongue in cheek. It was always meant to be a bit of an in-house joke, but that whole got lost on everybody with, you know, the healthy eating craze. If you had a subscribers mock Slim World class, I bet there would be a hell of a lot of attendees. Oh, thank you, my darling Emma. We're looking into things at the moment about whether we did a members only but then we like this not being on a paywall. We like this being available to all. But talk about weigh-ins and things like that, we're going to give you now a few minutes. 8 o'clock we'll do Tuesday, okay? So in 17 minutes time we'll do Tuesday. Computer, set an alarm for 8 p.m. It's turned off. Computer,
she's like, no,
set an alarm for 8 p.m.
Alarm set for 8 p.m.
Thank you. Right then, so what I think...
She does that, she just goes
I'm
silent.
not quite sure how to help you with that.
I know, right? So then, shall we start weighing in. I think it's time. Are you ready for this week's weigh-in, everybody? It's time to weigh in and check in with us. So, if you've been weighed this week at your group, whether that is Slimming World, Weight Watchers or whatever, if you weighed in on your bathroom scales, if you weighed in on, I don't know, what is it? If you went to your local car garage and you weighed in there because they're the only ones where the scales work for you, whatever
you
it
go
is.
in there for an MOT.
Yeah, but whatever it is, wherever you've weighed, because I know that some of the £600 families, people, £600 sisters and all of that lot, some of those have to get weighed in those larger industrial places. No shame here. Wherever you've weighed in, whatever your result is, you don't have to tell us your weight, but if you want to share with us whether you gained, lost, maintained, whatever happened this week, then it's time now for us all to go weigh in.
And just pause it for a minute.
No, what I'll do is I'm going to run for a wee. I'm going to leave Rufus to tell you what happened when he weighed in. Can I just squeeze past? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Right then. Oh, don't mind me, everybody. I shall return. Luckily, I'm not wearing a microphone.
Very
Could you
good.
imagine
Yeah.
if I had a microphone on? I'd be going, just going for a wee. Oh, get my trousers down.
Give them the result as well.
What? Yes.
From
exactly.
yesterday and today.
Yes, and explain why you've got that's really weird.
Yeah, very. So basically what's happened is I went and got weighed in yesterday, and when I got on the scale, like say last week I was 15 stone 6. This week when I got on the scale I was 15 stone 10. And I've said, I've had I've not snacked, I've not had anything bad at all this week. That's really strange, but one thing I was doing was maybe having, of the evening time, I was having like a couple of Bovrils, which obviously is high in salt. So I was like, that's really, really weird. So I'd put £4 on in just that week. So overnight, last night, I was getting up and I was losing a lot of water. So I kept going to the toilet, and I went today and got on the scale again today. And I've gone back down to 15 stone 6 pound overnight. Which was really, really weird. So yeah, so I'm back. I don't know if you haven't got the thing up the top, have you now?
No.
So yeah, so I'm today. I don't know if you can see that on the over there, that I got weighed today.
There you go.
I got weighed today, and that's what I was today. But yesterday I was 15 stone 10. Yesterday. So yeah.
Why did you feel the need to actually weigh in again a second time?
There's no way, like I say, with what I'd eaten, that I could have put £4 on, and I was just really like, that's really weird. I wasn't expecting that, and I was, even yesterday when we were cooking, you said that I looked a bit bloated.
Yeah, you did.
So I was just retaining a load of water from the salt. So if you put a lot of salt on your food, or have drinks like that, Bovril, and have more than one a day, you may then retain a lot of water and then weigh heavier, even though it's not fat, it's just water that you're holding.
Yeah.
So that's a life lesson, that you can have too much Bovril, so more than one teaspoon of it a day. Apparently 1 teaspoon of Bovril is equivalent of 60% of your daily salt intake.
You were having 2 a day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
Plus whatever other salt we were putting into food or on top. Little dribble on food.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so you can have too much.
Wow.
So one serving is is 60% of your daily salt. So,
wow. That's a lot.
yeah.
Do you want to change seats? Because I don't like
Yeah.
this chair. It's really high up.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's not for me.
it's for me. I feel like I'm sitting on stilts or something.
That's all right for me.
I know, right? How? Oh, I know why.
What?
It's because even though I'm super tall, I've only got little inside leg. My inside legs are I'm only 29 inside leg.
So yeah, so I dropped £4 overnight.
in a day.
In a day. Wow, I lose weight really fast on mounjaro.
I know you gain 4 pounds in a week.
I did. And I was like, this is not even possible. I was like, no.
No, exactly. It's an odd one, isn't it?
It is.
But again, it's all a learning
so
curve.
it's me. I maintained this week, so I'm fine with that. Like I say, I've been eating very clean. I've not been snacking much. I've been, like I say, eating my chickpea and my carrot sticks and whatever, and just I'm enjoying what I eat. And like I say, the weight will drop next week. It's all work in progress, and yeah.
Exactly.
But I also said as well, I don't want to lose weight really quick.
No.
I also don't want to gain weight like that either.
No, exactly. But so then, let me get ready for this. So then, Rufus, let's go to our lovely viewers and subscribers, and let's go for your details now. So, Karen, you agree? You wish there was more information on the theory. I know,
Yeah.
right? I think they are shooting themselves in the foot, to be honest with you. But anyway, you lost £0.5 pound today. Well done to you, my darling. You get the clap. That's really good. Also joining you in the £0.5 club, Janet, you lost £0.5 pound today. Well done to you. Christine, healthy 9.5 stone for 7 years. Wow. Oh my God, that is awesome. We aspire to be in a good, healthy range for that sort of length of time. That is literally what we're doing this for, to get ourselves to the point where we are able to be to maintain a healthy weight with a little bit of flux, as Jane talked about on her video, a little bit up here, down there,
but controlling,
as long as we're kind of doing this as opposed to up here somewhere, then we'll be fine.
That's it. That's the idea, isn't it? Like I say, just being in control of your life as to if the scale goes up or not, or down, and also, just to maintain quite happily. And
also not worrying if you have a couple of weeks where you gain a couple of pounds and then you kind of go, oh yeah, well, I did go to that wedding and I did go to that birthday party. Okay, well, I don't have a wedding or birthday party coming up. I'll drop that back down again. And just knowing that it's okay for your weight to fluctuate a little bit, but if you see the pattern going up over a period of time, pull it back.
That's it.
If you see, again, we're kind of in the bit now where we're seeing the pattern hopefully decrease over time again. Angela Brown, you happily maintained. Well done for you, my darling. That's awesome. Oh, I haven't got the clap up. Why haven't I got the clap up? Hang on. Yeah, you get the clap. Susie, you should have had a loss this week, but put on £0.5 pound. A loss should show next week. Listen, Susie, £0.5 pound is, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot. It's a lot to lose. It's not a lot to gain. Now, you might say, well, that makes no sense, Lisa. It does, because when we can gain weight so quickly, £0.5 pound might be a cup of coffee, right? You might have had a cup of coffee extra that day, that morning before you weighed in, or whatever it could be. Could have put a bit more salt on your food. Could be that you slept funny that night and your body's a bit sluggish. All sorts of reasons why small amounts of change we don't look at week by week. We tend to look at it. If I've eaten too many eggs. Yeah, we tend to try and really focus out on the big picture. But follow the week to week, if that makes sense. We're aware of the week to week, but as long as the general trajectory, put my teeth in, is generally in a downward slope, then we're okay. I'd say that. If you're worrying about it, maybe just log it every day and just keep a list, day to day what you're having, and just check it. And like I say, if you do really well, it's just something you can look back on and go, oh, that's what I ate on those days. I did really well that week. Okay, I'll do that. Try and do that week again. And if you're not going to Slimming World or you're not part of the Slimming World program, then fine. Write it in your phone on your notes app. Take a picture of your food, everything you eat. Take a picture. Write down, this is what I'm having today. At the end of the week, Oh, I gained a pound. Okay, then look back at that week. Was there anything here? Oh, that maybe I shouldn't have had those 5 slices of cheesecake. Maybe that's where the pound came. I wish you could only get a pound from that. Or maybe it's actually whatever the reason is. Maybe you'll look at it and go, wow, actually I'm at 800 calories per day. Maybe that wasn't enough. Whatever it is, if you've got everything written down and you've taken photos, then you'll be able to come back to that after a week. But also, be honest with it. This isn't like a food diary at Slimming World where you're going to hand it in to teacher. This is literally one that's only for you. So if you cheat, if you say, oh, I'm not including that, I'm not going to include the Mars bar, or I'm not going to include that can of soda, whatever it is,
and you're not going to see the result.
You're not going to see the result you want, but also you're not going to know that that's where it is. Does that make sense? So if you're doing it for yourself, log it for yourself and be brutally honest. And if you want to write, felt really crap today, so and so,
biscuits,
or oh my god, my husband is doing my head in, absolutely cannot take, he comes home from work and I've got to do this and this, and do you know what, I just want to strangle the bloke. Caught the word then. So I ate 4 boxes of chocolates. Write that in it as well. Whatever it may be, if there's an emotional trigger.
You probably won't do very well at all then if you do that. No.
But if there is an emotional trigger, make a note of that. And then after the week, you can look back and go, I've now worked out when I'm super tired.
Yeah, so I got rid of my husband and now I'm all right now.
No, but you can, I use that as an extreme. But you can work out and say, oh, look, Wednesday, I had a sandwich on the way to work. I picked up a sandwich in the supermarket because I was running late. And then in Wednesday evening, I just grabbed a random Chinese because, again, I was running so late, I was so tired. Then you look back and you go, because I was tired, I didn't have time to prep a lunch or a dinner. So maybe this week I'll put a couple of lunches in the fridge in advance and a couple of dinners in the freezer. And in that way, Monday, Tuesday, you've got your lunches ready to go, or whatever day it is. And if you've got a couple of dinners in the freezer, we sometimes do this, don't we, where we batch cook ahead. Just so, I think now we've got some of the Slimming World lunch bowls,
in the freezer,
bowls in the freezer, and a couple of ready meal portions in the freezer that we've done ourselves. Just so, if we get to the point where my health particularly is all over the place, but if you're feeling crap as well, like your back season or whatever else, and we need to have something quick and easy, we've got some quick and easy meals that we can slam in the microwave for a few minutes, or bung in the oven or in the slow cooker or air fryer for a bit. So but absolutely do a little diary for yourself. Smokey, oh my gosh, 5.5 down again, 5.5 pounds down, putting you at less than when you hiccuped at the beginning of the year, and 1.5 stone since being with the Losers Club. Oh, hang on, that one, hang on, it's coming, where is it? Yay, 1.5 stone with the Losers Club. That is awesome. Well done, Smokey. Yay. Oh, I love that people are tracking how much they lose from being with us. That is awesome. That's really cool. That is, I'm really, really pleased to know that. User Zedo, whatever, not a good week. Somehow you gained £3. Again, my darling, if you don't know where that's come from, right? Don't worry about last week. You can't change it now. None of us have a DeLorean in our shed. None of us have a blue box that we step into where mysteriously it's larger on the inside than it is on the outside. We're not. We don't have a hot tub that we can get in and then all of a sudden it's 1970. Hot tub time machine I was going for, and I forgot it's called a hot tub. My brain's going, what's the time machine where it's a bath? No, it's a hot tub. Anyway, none of us have that ability, do we? So forget last week.
Our bodies are a mystery.
They are. Forget last week. If you were 100% on plan and you've not written out what you ate last week, then forget it. Move on to this week. Concentrate from tonight. If you're going to have dinner later or supper later or a hot chocolate, whatever you're doing, concentrate on now. From now to tomorrow morning, what are you having for breakfast? How are you doing this the following week, right? And again, if you need to write it down, sometimes even though we've been doing this for years, sometimes I will still write a little food diary out for myself if there's been a week where I've had a really bad gain or something really unexpected. Over the years, I've now worked out with the cancer, with my diabetes, with the fibro, with everything else I've got going on, a lot of the time, it's just the way my body works. If I was gaining on a regular basis, I would write a diary every day for however long it takes to spot the problem. Lisa Temlet, half down. Well done to you, my darling. You get the clap. Lisa, you maintained this week. You're okay with that because you've lost £9 since the beginning of January. Well done to you, my darling. That is also amazing. You get a wow for that as well. That's really good. £9 is a lot. £9 is a lot of weight to lose. It really is. Oh gosh, there we go. Ed says, thanks to you lovelies and the Losers Club, I'm eating healthier. Well done for you, my darling. I know that's a what's it called? Not a bonus. That's a win. There you are. That's a win for you. Rachel, you didn't lose, but you've been in hospital with cellulitis on your arm. Then you get a pass, my darling. You get a pass. Well done though, and you get the clap for computer. Stop. You get the clap, my darling. Do you know what for? For turning up and also for basically getting through. That's what you get the clap for. I know that's very Slimming World, isn't it? You get the clap anyway. No, you get it because you are aware that you didn't have a loss, but also you're aware of the reason. That is a really important thing. You know, you went into hospital, you can't control your food.
I'm saying your body will be retaining fluid as
Cellulitis,
well, so
exactly, is all about
infection.
inflammation, and inflammation is maintaining and holding on to water. So, you know, absolutely. Last week you gained £1. This week you maintained. So no more healthy fats. That's Shen London. You're going back to 2A's and 1B. Again, try it. If the avocado, for instance, is something that you've enjoyed adding into your diet, into your general diet with a little d rather than a big D, letter D, before Luke John says anything about big D's and little D's, the big letter D, capital D, if you've enjoyed adding in your healthy extra fat, you can always swip it, or maybe do what I've done. I put some tahini, one extra healthy fat in a hummus. I had a third of it yesterday. I'll have probably maybe a third of it today, if I have any, and I'll probably have some tomorrow. And then each day I'm counting that as my a third of my healthy extra. So I'm having the apple's fibre, isn't it? Baked apple is fibre, and a couple of swips, and then my calcium choice. So I'm actually only having 2 1/3 healthy extras for the next 3 days, or the days that I have the hummus.
we've got chopped up watermelon tonight.
So again, it's just keeping it realistic, but still having those healthy extra fats brought in. I do wish they'd maybe brought in like a fat choice was a little lighter, because I think a few people are struggling with suddenly adding in so much fat, especially if you have it every day. But again, there's no reason, nothing in the Slimming World plan, this new version, says you have to have an A, B and C or a calcium, fibre and fat choice every day. You don't. You can play with it and work out what works for you. It's always going to be, when a big change like this happens, it's always going to take a little while for each of us to personalise it to our own bodies. But again, with Slimming World, you've got the option to do that. If you're not doing Slimming World in your calorie counting, you would be doing that anyway. You'd be kind of going, oh, well, there's so many calories in a piece of fatty fish, like an omega-3 fish. That's really good because it's this number of fats and it's this healthy fat and it's this number of whatever calories. With Slimming World, it's something that's always been a negative until now, but everyone else on every other plan would kind of factor those things in. So it's just working out what works for you. Again, each of us are different. We know that, don't we? We eat the same food every week, and we have very different results every week. User ZO so-and-so says, that's interesting, Rufus, what you said about salt. Wonder if I've had too much yeast extract, as that's rather salty too. Again, you can do.
Well, I said tonight.
Marmite and things like I like
tonight
Marmite as well.
We've got roast chicken, we've got vegetables, most of which are going to be steamed, and then we've got potatoes which I chopped up, prepped, cooked in the microwave, then fry-lighted and pop them in the air fryer. But instead of seasoning the vegetables and stuff and the roast potatoes that are going to go on the plate later, we will not season them. We make up our gravy with a little bit of the Mayflower and a little bit of the Bisto, like Bovril, should I say?
Bovril, not Bisto.
I know, right? It'll get mixed up, and then that will be our seasoning on our plate. Rather than going, okay, right, well, we'll season all the vegetables and then we'll put gravy on that on top.
Yeah.
So instead of that, we're only putting one lot of salt on our dinner.
So it's just a way of being mindful of salt, because again, our bodies are complicated.
But yeah, like I say, the yeast extract will be pretty much the same.
It will be, yeah.
Salt.
That's what I have, isn't it? I have the it's the budget version of Marmite, everyone. The Tesco yeast extract. It's really yummy, but it's basically Marmite, but not called Marmite. It's about £1.50 cheaper.
Not the same at all.
No, it's about £1.50 cheaper. It's identical. It's even in the same shaped bottle. You've got to question where they get it from. In other words, if it's in the same jar, is it made by the same people? Don't know, but it's got a Tesco label on it, so it's a lot cheaper.
But yeah, like I say, don't ever look at.
Don't tell me.
You know, if you have a slight gain for any reason or maintain, it's not a bad thing. We just got.
No.
All of us have all got to learn what works and what doesn't work for us.
Yeah, exactly. And each of us are individuals.
You
yes,
know.
we are all individuals.
We are.
Audrey, you maintained last Friday. A tad disappointed, but it wasn't again. No, honestly, my darling, a maintain is good. A maintain is fine. Again, if you maintain for the next 3 weeks and yet you feel you should be having a loss, maybe do your diary, write it out for yourself, and just double check on what it is, because it may well be that something has changed recipe, might not have been updated on the app yet, or it might be that you've had a bit too much of this, or not enough water, or not enough of that. And so, do you know what I mean? There can be lots of reasons. If you were 100% on plan and you've maintained, that's fine. If you weren't on plan, maybe you're okay with a maintain. Yeah. Maybe that's something where something's come in. But again, if you are 100% on plan and you've steadily lost in the past, and now you maintain for a few weeks, then you want to look at what it is you're actually eating, and maybe I'm going to say the P word here. Excuse me. Maybe look at the portion size. What?
Portion.
Maybe the portion size. Maybe that is something that you need to be aware of, because sometimes.
Well, our food has got our plates.
We did downsize our plate a while ago, and we are now trying really hard to put our dinner on our plates and then leave whatever is excess, because I always cook too much, leave that in the kitchen. Leave it in the pan, or put it in a bowl.
Only put a certain portion amount on our plates.
Yeah.
And then when you've eaten that, that's your meal. If you want anything else, you can always go back to some later. But like, if you're someone that will clear your plate and eat all of it, whether you're full at that point, then put less on your plate. Absolutely.
And the thing is, if you're the only one in your house, there's no shame in going back for seconds or thirds if you want it. If it's on plan food, if it's within the Slimming World sort of plan, you're eating loads of free food, that's absolutely grand. But do you need it? And that's where I've often eaten for the sake of it, just because I've cooked it and I put it on my plate. And there'll be times even when I've gone, oh, I'm really full, but I want the last chips, or I want the last bit of potato. But I do find that
every now and again we remind each other that, oh, well, maybe don't, because sometimes, as if we're on autopilot, and sometimes we'll go, oh, well, there's a few carrots there. Oh, I can put some more carrots on, and I can put, and sometimes you do it, sometimes I do it. Mm-hmm. And then we sort of like, sometimes have to say to each other, kind of, oh, that's a lot on my plate. Maybe I'll just put a little bit, don't put as much on my plate. And we do that. But I said, it's when you've had a habit for so long of doing the same thing over and over for many, many years, it's hard to retrain yourself to not do those things.
It is. And the thing is, we're all human. We all go through you know, this isn't a simple journey. Losing
No.
weight is not simple for anyone. It is far more complicated than calories in, calories out. It always has been. It always will be.
But I said, and
It's
if you-
far more complicated than everything in moderation. Do you
If
know what I
you've-
mean?
And if you've had a bad relationship with food,
It's even
in
more
general, with the
complicated.
wrong types of food for many years, like, you know, you're in your, I don't know, 40s or so, and you've just done the same thing forever, then it's going to take some time just to get, you know, to readjust yourself.
Emma, you had a gain of a pound this week, but you had to miss your weigh-in last week as you were working. Plus, after work, you found the Asda vegan beef and gravy pastry slices were massively reduced, so it was an understandable gain. Then, my darling, you know where it came from, and you know, this is the thing, right? Now,
That's
listen,
it.
I'm going to be really harsh now, right? So, apologies, but I'm going to be really harsh now. When you're in Asda and you see the next time you see vegan beef and gravy pastry
Reduced
slices
these.
reduced, are you going to eat them? Are you going to buy them? Because if you put them in the trolley, you're going to put them in your belly, right? Is that
That's it,
something
isn't it?
that is worth gaining weight for eating? And I know for me, I am not in any way, shape or form perfect with my food.
It's a bit like saying, if you bring it home, can you eat half of it and save some for another day, or put some in the freezer, or are you just going to bring it home and then it just be gone?
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm never perfect at all. What I am is very conscious of the repercussions of what I put, the food I eat, basically.
It's a bit like if you bring brie home from the shop.
I can't buy. I mean, it's okay at the moment because there's a camembert in the fridge that you've got for the doggos because Mr. Eddie loves cheese, and I am absolutely going nowhere near it because I know I can't allow it.
No.
And I know if I have a small piece of it, I'll want the rest, and then the whole thing will be gone. So I can't allow myself to have any of it. When we're in the supermarket and we're going in, we go straight to the reduced section first. Okay. Let's just say that's what we always do, always have done. And it's not about, well, it's a bit about saving money these days, but it didn't start off as that, did it? It started off as food waste.
No.
But now the prices of everything has gone up. I'm sorry, £6 for a chicken. It probably should cost £6 for a chicken if you're paying the farmers a decent wage, but the supermarket's getting most of that, not the farmers. But anyway,
that's why I get them in little.
I know. But anyway, there could be something reduced down to giveaway prices, like 10p. If it isn't on plan, if it isn't something that I am going to, if I wouldn't pay £3 for a cake, I'm not going to buy a cake for 10p.
So if they had reduced the packets of cook at home Greggs sausage rolls,
No.
would you buy them?
No, not at all.
Beige food, we don't eat it.
Well, we don't eat beige food for a start, but it doesn't matter what it was. If it could be, I don't know, my favourite white Toblerone, which I used to adore as a treat food. It could be free to every person when you walk in, and I would either say no thank you, or I would take it and give it to the neighbour's kids next door. It's not something that I am willing.
No.
It's not, the saving in money isn't worth the risk to my health.
That's an even, but if you even tried anything like that now, it would just be sickly because we don't
Probably.
really eat many added sugars.
But
or
I know
anything
full
now.
well. But you say that if it was one of those big Toblerones, I know full well the first triangle might be, oh my god, it's so sickly. I wouldn't stop there. Halfway down, I'd be fully into it, going, oh, this is so nice. I've missed this so much. Yum yum yum. Chomp
That's just
chomp
your
chomp.
body's doing that,
And I would
yeah.
eat all of it.
It's not-
But they could give that to me for free. They could pay me a £5 note to take it away. I would not eat it anymore because I know what's going to happen. And that is a massive change for me. And it's not just because of the health risk, it's with the weight gain as well.
Yeah.
I know full well,
What it does is
if
just
we go off
sugar.
plan, if one of us falls off plan monumentally, both of us will fall off plan. And then it's not just my health I'm risking, it's yours as well. And we are our own worst enemies. We would facilitate and allow each other to go and eat that way. Therefore, it's not something we can do. But more importantly than that, it would impact on my health and my
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter how much of a discount is on that food. It's not worth it for me. Literally, I would rather go home and eat nothing but some plain rice and some.
That's like one of the reasons why we don't buy big packs of biscuits, because most packets, unless they're like the little mini packs for any reason, like I bought a packet so that we can do our own cheesecake, so we can do our cheesecake, but they come in like, you get, I don't know, 10 little packs with like 2 biscuits in, which is like 2 swips each or something like that for half each.
But the other thing,
it's just,
and I'm going to move on from now, but the other thing is also, if you are going to a weight loss plan, you're paying that money. So effectively you've just saved yourself £1, £2 on the vegan bakes in Asda, but then you're going to have to go to Slimming World or Weight Watchers or whatever group for another couple of weeks because you gained that £1, whereas you could have lost 2, you gained 1. So that's an extra £12 you're going to have to spend to go to group for those 2 weeks to get that back.
But also,
suddenly those bakes aren't that cheap.
I'm saying, but also they're not bothered as long as they're getting your money.
Oh yes, Slimming World don't care.
If you're putting the effort in or doing well or not, you know, at the end of the day, you're still paying them.
You're still paying them.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, sorry to go on, but sometimes I used to think like that. I used to think, oh, it's a bargain. It is a bargain financially, but it's not a bargain healthily, medically, weight-wise.
No,
Denise, oh my gosh, you lost 2.5 pounds last week and you weigh in on Thursdays. Oh my God, darling, that's amazing. Well done to you. That's awesome. Angela's got to go. Okay, my darling, not a problem. Luke John, you gained last Friday 1.5 pounds, but it was your birthday on the Tuesday, so cake it was. Exactly. Again, a lot of people choose to do that. A lot of people choose to eat off plan on birthdays and things like that. And again, if you're fine with that £1.5 pound on, then so be it. Well done. Like, could have been a lot worse.
You only get one birthday a year.
Could have been a hell of a lot worse. Well, unless you're the king or queen. They have 2.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Lisa, you do Slimming World online, and coming here to the Losers Club is like your slimming group. Thank you, my darling. Belinda, hello, my love. You two are looking fabulous. Thank you. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Audrey, you received an emotional trigger on Monday. Your appointment for knee surgeon came in. You're not expecting one from him yet. Calculated to see your BMI, how far away it was from 40, and you're sitting at 45.5. Then you know what you need to do, my darling. You know what you need to do. This is it then. That why, your why, is now brought into focus. And you've just got to remember every time. And it's really scary when you've got a fixed deadline. It's really, really scary. But you can do it. You can absolutely do it. And just keep remembering, wherever you are,
what do you say? You can do it if you just stick to it.
You can. You can do this. I don't know how long how long you've got to get the weight down. I don't know how much you've got to lose if you work it out week by week by week and all of that malarkey. But you can.
It's not far away.
You can do this. You can do this. It's surprisingly, you had an appointment, didn't you, where your BMI needed to be under 35. It was 35.1. You weighed in the following day and it's 34.7, which is what it'll be today again because you're maintained. It's doable. You can get to where you need to be, my darling, or within a hair's breadth, so that you'll be close enough. Does that make sense? You do get inspired when you put up what you ate. Thanks. Oh, no worries, my darling. I'm going to put it on the Losers Club after this as well. Anne-Marie, you maintained on Saturday. Well done for you, my darling. That's really good. You get the clap as well. Audrey, as Rufus would say, are you pooping? Exactly, you might poop. Smokey, you're not counting anything at the moment. Decided your focus was on eating what you needed to lower your cholesterol. So whole food, plant-based, with the addition of fish a couple of times a week. Absolutely. That sounds really good.
So fish is really good for you as well, fish.
Yeah, this is it. Oh, I'm glad of the Monty Python quote. Emma, you got the slices as you were tired and didn't want to cook, but next time you'll quote Monty Python and run away, run away, run away. How do you work out the BMI? The best way of doing that, Ed, is if you go to your phone, go to Google and type in BMI NHS calculator. Use the NHS one. They ask for your height, your weight, your gender and your ethnicity,
Your age or whatever.
and your age. And you just put all that in, and then it will tell you exactly what your BMI is. So then, you did your weigh in, didn't you? I've got to weigh in now.
Yeah.
I've got to weigh in now. Right, it feels weird not going into my book. It feels really weird going into my
I said
phone.
how much less stressed we are not going.
Yeah, absolutely, no stress at all. We got in the car. We went to our group. It didn't matter so much that we got a bit of traffic on the way because there wasn't an exact time to start. We got to the shopping centre where our Boots is.
Yeah.
It's a really posh shopping centre. I don't like it. It's got M&S food, and then there is a TK Maxx, which I do like, and a range. But then there's a a Krispy Kreme shop.
Yeah.
There's what's it called? Hotel Chocolat.
Yeah. There's a Pret shop.
A Pret, a Fat Face,
Costa
all of
shop,
these like slightly more higher end high street shops. Not for me.
Mango.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Not for me anyway.
No.
So we pulled in and we were like, right then, come on then, off we go. Couldn't find a parking space at first, could we? No. And it was like, oh, again, no stress. It's all right. Doesn't matter when we weigh in.
Right,
Doesn't matter if we weigh in at 4:10, 4:30, 5 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Doesn't matter. As long as it's roughly the same
There's
time.
not loads of people standing there waiting for the scale and looking.
No one behind you going, oh, hurry up, what you done?
Oh, no.
Oh, hurry up and put your coat back on. Hurry up, get out the way. Oh, put your shoes on. None of that bollocks. Really, really easy. Really stress-free at the moment. I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, I got on the scales, put my pound in the machine, took my shoes off, put my pound in the machine, and I weighed in precisely the same as last week, which is 17 stone exactly, which again means my BMI is 30.6. Everything else is exactly the same. And yeah, I'm okay with that. I would have liked to gain. The fact that last week I lost I would have liked a loss. The fact that last week I lost £6 and didn't get a gain this week, that to me is like a loss. That is unheard of. Literally, it's a huge win. Literally unheard of that I've done that. Every other time I've lost more than £3, I've gained back at least half of that the following week. Every other time that's happened. So I'm taking it as £3 off last week and £3 off this week.
Doing really good.
Happy with that. Really happy with that. It means my total weight loss is the same 6 stone 9, 10.
I said, and as well, I think
11.
Where we are
in
our journey at the minute, if I have the odd maintain and that, I said I'm perfectly fine with that. It's just part of the process, like I say, and it's if you ever have a slight gain or whatever it is, it's not a bad thing. It's just realising, what you've been eating, how you've been doing, and just working on everything as you go, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Right, let me go into my slimming world. My progress is, 6 stone, 11.5 pounds I've lost. I did myself out of £1.5.
I said you've got to update it. When you do it the online yourself, you've got to update the app yourself.
Update the app, put it in, what you weighed. So I started on the 1st of October, 2023. Sounds weird. No, 2024. Yeah, that's
beginning of
15
October,
months ago.
it?
Yeah, not last year, the year before. That's 2024. I started at 23 stone 11.5, and I'm now down to 17 stone.
So this October will be 2 years.
2 years, yeah. And hopefully I am still oh, 1.5. Is that 1.5 till target? It is, isn't it? Yeah. £21 till target.
So this is where you want to get to.
That's my target there, 15.7.
Yeah.
I'm currently 17 dead, so that's 1.5 stone till target.
Yeah.
£21. Yeah. I can do that by my birthday, which is in June. I can do that quite happily. I've just got to plod on, keep going, and
just
make sure.
Stick to it.
I know I can do it if I just stick to it, and that's what I intend doing.
Yeah.
I know life gets in the way at times, and stress can be a big problem. I am extremely stressed with my eye at the moment. I'm not wearing the patch on with today on the stream, but I do normally wear it. I'm trying to see whether it makes any kind of difference at all by having this and kind of forcing myself to
Yeah.
try and read, but it's not. I can't see anything out
But
of
I
it.
do
really.
think, like I say, the biggest change that we've had is not just obviously one of the biggest things is coming away from the added sugar and trying to just change the pattern of how we think about food.
Yeah.
And trying to pick choices. Like I say, when you go to the supermarket, picking things, food items that are going to be better for you. Ones obviously you enjoy, but ones that are long term going to be better for your health.
Diamond Art World says you've been doing the digital Slimming World online, Zoom. They're brilliant. They're half an hour live. I haven't done one yet.
Yeah.
I will do because we're online members
But anyone
now.
on here, like I say, if you've...
Thank you, Belinda. Thank you to everyone for the comments.
In the past, if you've gone to groups before and then come away from that and gone online, how do you feel about that? You know, do you feel a lot less stressed, happy doing it on your own online and updating the app yourself? You know, how have you been with that? You know, I think it's just a lot less stress. You know, you don't realise how much pressure there is going to groups when you come away from it.
No, you really don't.
Yeah.
Right then, everybody, we're going to move on from...
My target, I think, was it 13 stone? Was it?
Off the top of my head, my darling, I
I think
remember.
mine I think was 13 stone, I think. So that's 2 stone £6 to go.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I thought I'll aim for there and then see when I get nearer.
Yeah, that's probably what we'll both end up doing, isn't it?
Just get nearer, and then you'll know nearer. But I think at the moment I'm not morbidly obese anymore. I'm just obese now. Or am I just in the verge of overweight, obese, or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Right then, let's do this. So then, everybody, it's time for Choosy. These are the results on screen. Look at this. We have, which would you like us to cook on Tuesday? 70% of you went for the curried salmon rice. 70%. That is absolutely
And I do like salmon.
awesome. You like salmon?
I do.
I like salmon
And
as
I also
well.
like curry.
I know, right? Put those two together. That is amazing. So that is what we're going to be cooking on Tuesday. This week's Choosy Tuesday.
That's very exciting.
I know, I got my words all mixed up then. This week's Choosy Tuesday is the salmon, whatever it said, curried salmon rice. So we're going to have to work out what's in that. Probably, yeah. And we'll look into that and see exactly what it is. It does sound quite yummy, actually. So then, this week's Choosy, what have we picked? So we've got a book. The book is, we've gone back to the Pinch of Nom book.
Yep.
And the reason we've gone back to it is because
We've only cooked one thing out of this.
we have only cooked one thing out of it, and it was a really nice meal, actually. The jambalaya, despite the poison food, the devil's food, the celery, which is just not a thing that I enjoy. Despite the celery, it was a reasonably okay meal. So then,
I couldn't even tell there was celery in it. Mind you, I can't tell what most things
you
are,
can't
but
taste most things, I know. Go on then. So what have you chosen out of the Pinch of Nom Everyday Light book?
I have picked this, which is hash brown breakfast bake. So,
What hash brown? What? Hang on.
See.
Hash
There
brown
you are.
breakfast bake.
Yep.
What's in that then?
Let's
Hash
see.
brown like in
It
McDonald's
says
hash
it
brown.
is free.
Okay.
So it says there's 2 baked potatoes. So those are diced up. There's water in it. Water's free.
Hang on. Wait, do you want me to read this bit?
Go on
It
then, read
says,
it first then.
an all-in-one cooked breakfast with a crispy hash brown topping. Really?
Yeah.
He says, yes, please. Such a simple dish, but it feels so naughty. Keep your meats lean and the calories will look after themselves. It's basically a full English breakfast without the washing up and for only 189 calories. What's in it?
But it's diced potatoes that go on the top, not quite hash. Because hash browns are normally grated, I believe, aren't they? They are.
I don't know. It says.
If you made hash browns, they normally are grated, I believe.
Hang on. It says swap the tinned baked beans for 2 portions of our giant baked beans on page 36. We'll have a look at that. Is that the one beforehand? Oh, it is.
Woo,
Oh,
Jesus, what's going on?
those giant beans. Look at that. Giant beans. Swap that. Swap tin beans for giant baked beans. If you like. This will make the calorie count even lower. Oh. So it's got
Because it's high protein.
baked potatoes, onion, bacon medallions, mushrooms, Worcestershire or Henderson's relish, tin of baked beans, garlic granules and onion granules. Oh, it's right up our street, that.
Is
So
it?
basically it's...
Whereabouts?
I know, right? Turn left just before you get to Jack's.
Oh, right.
Yeah, lovely. It's basically...
Literally next door.
Yeah, basically bacon, mushrooms and beans with potatoes. That sounds all right. Is that supposed to be for a breakfast or like a dinner?
Might be a bit of a breezy night then.
It's always a breezy night at the moment, dear, with you.
Yeah.
Right then, and my option... Oh, no, we've had that one. My option...
Is that yours?
Yeah. Do you want to grab your bookmark there? That's it.
Get me bookmark. There.
Oh, no.
Is it
That wasn't your recipe.
the next one? Yeah, that
That
one.
was your recipe.
Otherwise, we would just be having the breeziness.
Just have beans. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
just
right?
the beans.
My option is a bit more complicated, and it is the Asian pork meatballs.
Bowls.
Balls to you and all, love. Asian pork meatballs. My one has...
Pork.
No. Well, it does. It says, meatballs are a great, tasty and filling way to get your protein fix. Add a bit of Asian spicing
We
and
do like
some
protein.
spiced ketchup for a tasty little bite that can either be served with a side salad or for a light meal or on its own as a flavourful snack. Well, here... in this little corner thing, there's a little stickery thing, a
is
little
that?
yellow thing. It says,
Yes.
tip.
You get a tip.
Yeah.
How much?
Let me. You can mix the char siu ketchup with the meatballs and serve with egg noodles for an Asian twist on spaghetti and meatballs. It will add an extra 184 calories per serving if cooking 4 nests of noodles. Well,
Yeah, just don't buy your noodles pre-done in the shop because they will be
udon.
slipped.
Yeah.
Yes, don't
But-
do that.
So, the meal will be Asian pork meatballs with the char siu ketchup and rice noodles mixed together in a lovely bowl. So it's like an Asian twist on spaghetti meatballs. It will be using rice noodles because I will be not eating gluten.
And not your Singapore noodles, not your Singapore rice noodles in the shop because they're cooked, they've got oil on.
Yeah. So these are going to be your options. I don't know whether we'll do it as a poll now or whether we'll do it as a poll for next Wednesday. I quite like doing it on the live, actually. I think that's more exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are going to be your options for the next Tuesday. Hash brown breakfast bake. Too many bees. Right, stick that one back in there. Or Asian pork meatballs with rice noodles. There you go. I forgot what I was doing myself then. Yeah, meatballs and rice noodles. Those are going to be the options for next week. Right, we'll end the poll there. So then, let's have a look. What have we got left to talk about, Rufus? Our goals for this coming week. What is your... oh, no, before we get to our goals, we've got a new segment, everybody. New segment, brand new segment. What we would like to ask you all is... do you have any questions about food optimizing, the Slimming World plan, anything else? Is there anything you want us to look into for next week? Is there anything you would like us to find out about for you? Is there any confusion you've got? If it's something that we know, we can answer. If it's something we don't know, we will find out for you. So if there's any questions at all that you have regarding the food optimizing plan, I would say specifically Slimming World, but equally, if you're wanting a calorie alternative or anything like that, let us know in the comments now while we put all our goals in, and we'll have a look for next week.
Is it something that they can put...
I will put a post on the Facebook page as well. So there'll be a post coming up on the Facebook page, and I'll put one up on the community tab.
So if you've got a question and you can't remember it right now, you can even put it on there then.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Yes. Excuse me.
What was that noise?
Floorboards, dear.
Oh, was it?
Anyway, moving
Oh!
on. Don't make a big deal about it. Moving on.
No one will ever know.
No one will know that I farted because I didn't. Nothing happened. Anyway, moving on. What was I saying? I was saying something else. Oh yes, our goals for this week. Please share with us, if you choose to, your goals in that there live chat. If you've got a goal for this coming week, a weight loss goal, and also, we're not doing our non-scale victories. We can do. Yes, share that as well then. We'll do non-scale victories and we'll do, what's it called? Non-scale victories and goals. Pop them all in that there doodah. Pop them all in the live chat. We've got a question there from Jane Thompson. Sorry,
Yeah.
Can you eat too much fruit? You seem to eat a lot. We'll answer that next. We'll put that on for next week.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. So then, Rufus, do you have a non-scale victory to share this week?
I'm in smaller jeans.
You are in smaller jeans.
Also tried medium top on, medium t-shirts, and they're not super tight, so bit tighter than I would like, a bit more snug, but my t-shirts are not stretched. It's kind of like I'm in a large but nearly into a medium now, so that's quite good. So I bought a size down in my jeans, so I've got smaller jeans now, and got the ones that I were wearing 38s that are going to be donated to St Gemma's or somewhere. They're not that old.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So yeah, just downsizing clothes and realising that, you know, you can get comfy and stay in the clothes you are, and they sort of get looser as you lose weight. But then you don't always want to you get used to certain types of clothes. You don't want to then just get rid of those and have to downsize. But eventually it has to happen. So, but yeah, I'm a lot more comfy in the size I'm in at the minute, in the 36. So
Awesome. Yeah. And what's your goal for this coming week? Your weight loss goal?
£2. That would be nice.
£2, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. My non-scale victory, I'm trying to think. I think my non-scale victory this week is kind of linked with my scale victory, and it is something that's... Excuse me, I'm very windy today, have you noticed?
Good bit.
My non-scale victory is... It's a bizarre one. It's that even with the ridiculous amount of stress that I'm feeling because of my eye and the ridiculous fear that I'm feeling because of it, I haven't allowed it to push me even an inch off plan. I've been super mindful. In fact, if anything, one of the things this week I've been trying to do is work out, do I really need to eat the food I eat after dinner? So we have a bowl of fruit every night. There's also soy yogurt that that I have. You have the plain yogurt, don't you? And there's also things like the Weetabix cake or jelly or the butterscotch pudding, things like that are free food or very low swips. And I've been trying to be a bit more mindful of, do I want it just because, or do I want it because actually I'm still a bit peckish and it would be nice to finish off my day with? And that conversation with myself is really difficult because I always want it. But sometimes I don't need it. So last night I had my fruit bowl, really lovely. We didn't have a yogurt last night. I didn't have a jelly last night.
No.
But so I had my fruit bowl. Had what else did we have last night?
Baked apples.
Oh yeah, had baked
So
apple
that
and
was
had
a
my
healthy
fruit.
extra.
Yeah, baked apple's the healthy extra. And then I was like, oh, I haven't had a jelly tonight or my yogurt. Oh, well, I don't want a jelly because it wouldn't be ready in time. I'll go and get my yogurt. Looked in the fridge, there wasn't in there. They're actually in the boot of the car still because it was so cold last night. We left them in there. And I was like, oh, I'll go and get a yogurt. Then I thought, do I actually want a yogurt? Do I need a yogurt? Or am I just doing it because I know they're there and I know that it's free food on plan and I can eat it? And I was like, actually, I think I'm all right. I think I'm fairly full right now. I don't think I want a yogurt on top.
Difficult, isn't it, sometimes?
Yeah. And that was me for the first time pausing and stopping and going, oh. So I think that's my non-scale victory, is trying to do more of that as we go forward. Yeah, being a little bit more mindful, listening more to my body rather than doing things on autopilot, which again is the whole reason you're on the mounjaro now, on the whatever it is, 2.5, the whatever the lowest dosage, that's what you're on, isn't it? And I think for me, that's a big non-scale victory, because it is also making me realise, okay, well, I'll do my usual coffee. I had a mocha last night to come to bed with. I had 1.5 teaspoons of options and a teaspoon of decaf coffee with the last of my milk allowance for my healthy extra calcium and a couple of sweeteners in it. And that I took that to bed because I was like, oh, I might just want something sweet. And I had an apple chopped up. So I did still have something else, but I didn't have my yogurt for the sake of it and then have my hot chocolate and an apple on top, if that makes sense. So it was one of those things that I was like, do you know what? I'm going to take that as a little win. A little win when you can get it is good. So yeah, I was happy with that. My goal for this week is to keep doing the same, more of the same. Stop and think after we've eaten. Do I really need everything else? I'm going to enjoy my fruit because it's a really delicious.
It's just so easy
just
to pick,
meal.
Pick a spoon up or whatever you're eating with, and just without even really thinking.
Well, if it's yogurt, I tend to eat it with a spoon because it goes through the gaps in the fork.
Yeah, that's.
I know, right? I mean, it does take a lot longer to eat with a fork.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Takes even longer with a whisk.
Yeah,
I know.
It's just like when we're eating rice, to eat it with a fork because it's much slower, and then you spill it down yourself, so you don't have as many calories.
You don't. But do you know what? If you eat it with a whisk, there is a hack. Yeah, you know the electric whisk.
Yeah.
Right. If you take one of the things off, the whiskey bits off, so you've just got one. Put that in your yogurt, whisk it, and then put the whole thing in your mouth and whisk it like, and then it will spin around on the inside of your mouth, and you eat it 10 times faster. Don't do that. I'm joking, obviously. Don't do that. If you end up,
I thought you were going to say that you actually press the button before it even gets into your mouth, so you have less calories.
You can do that if you want to paint your lounge in your lovely yogurt coloured.
Yeah,
I know, right? Yeah. Off-white. Yeah, no. It'll be off-white in a couple of days, won't it?
Yes.
Not nice at all. Anyway, let's have a wee look. Smokey, your non-scale victory as a diabetic type 2, your blood sugar target is 5 to 7. You've been consistently 4.8 to 5.2. Well done. And your blood pressure is down to a point where your GP wants to lower your meds. Oh my God, Smokey, that is amazing. We don't do claps for non-scales. Well, that is awesome. You absolutely get the clap. Well done. My blood sugar did that as soon as I started my meds. Before that, they were all over the place. Audrey, your goal, lose 2 stone by Friday's appointment. No, but that might... Maybe you'll get that extension on Friday. Think of it that way, my darling. Smokey's goal to keep on going the way you are. You're actually finding it easier than expected.
5 BMI isn't that far.
It depends how tall you are. Depends how all the rest of it. It's not easy losing anything, but yay. Oh my gosh. Denise, your non-scale victory was we brought a new dress with the tag still on for £3 from a charity shop. Your goal is to get into a new stone bracket. That's an amazing non-scale victory. What a bargain. Love that for you. You love... Smoothie asking Audrey if she's got long hair. Chop all your hair off. Yeah, no, I don't think that'll work. Susie, your non-scale victory was to be able to run for 3 minutes on the treadmill. Awesome. You started asking yourself, are you body hungry or mind hungry? That's a good question. If you're mind hungry, then drink a water instead. Yes, good question.
Your body can't decide if you're hungry or thirsty, so it's always good to drink water. And then if you're still hungry after that, after like 20 minutes or so, then if you really at that point want something, then have something.
That's awesome, yeah. Jane Thompson, you also managed 3 minutes straight on the treadmill. Well done to you, my love.
Does that mean that, so even if, whether it's food, whether you've eaten food or had a drink, you still kind of have to wait at least 10 minutes or so for your head to catch up with you?
I think so.
So,
yeah, because it takes a little while for things to hit your stomach.
Like had a drink and then at least 10-15 minutes or so afterwards, if you still want something, then have something.
I believe that's true.
Yeah.
I do also have another non-scale victory, and it is this T-shirt.
Yeah.
Because this came from Torrid. Or witchy. Yeah, but when I got it, it wasn't tight, but it fitted, and now it's
loose.
Like,
well, it is loose now. You've been stretching it.
No, it's not stretching it. That isn't stretching it. Look, it's
joking.
literally, you can see how big it is on me. So that's a major non-scale victory. As I've been looking here in the camera, I'm like, why is that all folded over? It's all folded over because the bit of me that used to feel it out is gone. So yay. Ed, your non-scale victory will be to walk 4 miles in one go with Annie Pup. Looking forward to accomplishing that in the coming week. That sounds awesome, my darling. I know Annie Pup's like, let's go again, Dad. We've done 4 miles. Let's go again. Come on, Dad. Let's go again and again and again and again and again. Your goal is £2 off. Your non-scale is to be more organised and less food waste. You tend to overshop veg, and if it goes bad before, you've used it all. Freezers, vacuum sealers, dehydrators.
So if you buy fruits and veggies and prep stuff and vacuum seal it and put it in the fridge, it lasts usually about a week longer than if you didn't.
Or have a couple of vegan days and just eat veg.
Yeah. We have veggie days sometimes, just veg.
Well, you saw in the video there, we had 2 days where we had the beetroot and Moroccan burgers, and everything else was veg. There
just
are
veggie days,
Yeah, we tend to have at least 2 vegan days, or I have vegan days, you have dairy, don't you? But I have, we have 2 veggie days at least every week, just because it's better for us, because we really like the beetroot burgers, to be honest. We did have a bit of a scare, didn't we, when we thought there were 3 swips from...
They were beetroot
They
and
were different
chickpea,
ones, yeah. So we did have a bit of a worry then. But anyway, thanks ever so much, everybody, for joining us today. You've all been absolutely awesome. I've really enjoyed tonight's stream. We will be back on Sunday for a Sunday reset. We'll be doing another little catch up, a coffee, and also there'll be another little tip or trick into how you might be able to reset your week from the weekend or the week you've had, getting ready for the week ahead, getting ready for Monday.
And if you didn't have a question for next week, or you can think about one later, we'll put it on the loser group.
We'll put it on the
Facebook so
group.
You can.
So you can give us your questions there. We will be doing a proper Q&A, Ask Us Anything at some point, where we're going to open it up and you'll literally be able to ask us anything at all, whether it's diet related, health related, trans related, whatever it could possibly be. If there is something that you've thought, I'd really like to know this and this, but I'm too polite to ask, that would be your chance to get all your questions in. So if there's whatever it may be, if there's something that you want to ask us, we'll happily answer it. There will be some caveats to that. Okay, some questions.
What you mean? They might ask a question and not like the answer.
Well, there's that as well. To be fair, there is that as well. But no, in all honesty, some things we reserve the right not to answer, if that makes sense. Some things are too personal, but generally speaking, we've done all sorts in our lives. If you've got a question you would like answered, we will do our best to answer it.
Most things we answer. So
most things we answer. Within reason. Within reason, that's the caveat. But anyway, that is going to be it today. I've just dropped my little printout on the floor.
Ow.
I know, right? I need to pick it up now, otherwise I'll forget that it exists. I will lose it. Oh no! My Greatest Loser Award fell on the floor. It got chipped and scratched again. Never mind.
You love it, really.
I love it, really. No. My weight loss goal, by the way, for this week, 'cause I didn't say, is to get into the 16s. So any loss, half a pound onwards, I really want to. Half a pound onwards, I'll be happy. Ish. I've got 2.5 pounds to get my 7 stone award. So I'm pushing for that this week. And because I've never got that in the past. Never got that in the past.
Got close.
Got close, didn't quite get it.
No.
That'll be mine this week.
But I think there's been, like I say, just a lot less stress with coming away from the groups. But
There
we are
really
still,
has.
you know, it doesn't make us less motivated by not being there.
Look, that's mine this week.
Yep. But I say it doesn't make us. It hasn't changed how we think about, you know, and not sticking to it fully because we're away from the groups or whatever. You know,
No, it's made it a lot easier, actually.
it's a lot less stress, and you don't have the added pressure of when you go to a group and everyone's waiting to get on the scale, and you know you've got other people, you know, where you're getting weighed or watching what's going on and going, oh. Well,
But also, there's no bitchiness or cliqueiness when it's just us in boots.
That's it.
It's amazing. But anyway, on that note, we will catch you all on Sunday. Thank you very much for joining. 3 p.m. Sunday. If you can't catch that, we'll be back on Tuesday for our Tuesday live cooking, where you're doing curried salmon rice.
I know, right? I love both, and now I'm putting them together.
I know. We've never had that either, have we? It's a new one for us.
Yeah.
And it's from the 15-Minute Heroes book, so it
I
should
know,
be
right?
quite an easy one to do as well. You watch, it will be like 3 days beforehand, start cooking by prepping this, prepping that, prepping the other, slow cook this for 7 hours, do this.
Marinade in the fridge for a day.
Yeah, and we'll be like,
Yes.
on the day, we'll be going, right, what are we doing in 10
Oh,
minutes?
damn.
Oh, damn. Yeah, so we'll have to double check that.
Oh, we'll
but anyway,
double check it.
that is going to be it from us. And as we always say, oh, can I just say thank you to everyone for saying it's been a fun group. Smurfy, you get an extra star for this. Don't forget, thumbs up, everybody. It's body magic. Yes, it's swope.
It is.
Swope.
Get your fingers moving.
Part of your active lifestyle plan to hit that thumbs up button.
People on there just doing all your comments, all that extra body magic you're
I
doing.
know, just think about it. Think how muscly your thumbs are going to be. I can't do it like that.
Yes,
I still text. I'm
Yes,
old.
yes,
I still
yes.
do it with one finger because I'm old. Anyway, on that bombshell, we're going to go now. And as we always say, be happy, be healthy, be authentic, and we'll definitely see you in the next one.
We'll see you next time.
We will. I messed that up, didn't I? Never mind. See you
You
next
did,
time.
you spoiled it.
All right then. Be happy, be healthy, be authentic, and